Okay, so we're going to get started here. Okay, so you guys are going to be the first group in our managers training program. Okay, and there's no time frame. You guys are going to be able to go at your own pace, and it doesn't guarantee anybody's going to be a manager either, because we got to get the bottom line. It's the results. So the first thing that we want to focus on in our managers training program is all about the mindset. Okay, it's called reprogramming. I will tell you, when I was blessed that I decided I couldn't take corporate America, and I got into direct sales, and direct sales taught me all about working on me and looking in the mirror, being 100% responsible, and all the attitude and things in life that we all brought is not necessarily what's right. And you have to be open, and you got to think outside the box on a lot of things in life if you're going to get that way. If you do the same things that same people do over and over again, what is that called? It's a definition of insanity. Okay, and expecting different results. So if you don't want the same life, like I saw certain things, like I saw my dad work corporate America. I did not want my whole life. I wanted other things in my life. And so I'm going to tell you, Alyssa knows she does a lot of personal development. She does a lot working on herself. The people who get ahead of the game, that's why I'm in masterminds. I'm around like-minded people, because if you want to grow, and you want to do other things in life, or you want to live a certain life, and it can just be personal life. It doesn't have to, anything you're going to learn in this is going to be relevant to everything in your life, isn't it? We're always saying that. And it's so funny because we can tell with certain employees, the certain mindset, the attitude, where they're going to end up exactly. And that's what we're going to try to get you guys focusing on. And one of the things that was funny, we were at our thing. We have a new lady in our group, and she has a spa, and she's gotten into doing events, and she's got her store going now in her spa and everything. And she sent all of us these. She actually sent one to every one of our members, had it sent right to our event for us. And Jack Canfield, you might know him. If you know the old Chicken Soup for the Soul books that were out for years, Mark Victor Hansen, I mentored with him, and she mentored with Jack Canfield. And this is his vision board program. So... And vision boards, I'm going to tell you how I have everything right now in my life. I had a vision board. If you ever saw that crazy Hallmark movie with a lady carrying her vision board on the plane and causing a nightmare, but that's one of the things. Whether it's sports, Michael Jordan. If you know how Michael Jordan was famous and how he did all visualization. Do you know how many of these professional sport people they hire people? We've done books on the people that coach these people, Alyssa and I. And it's all what you think about comes about. What you talk about comes about. You don't realize the power and what you can have and what you can create. Even if you are at this place, almost everybody I know that's a multimillionaire or billionaire all had nothing to start. Did they fail a lot of times too? Absolutely. But they weren't afraid to get up and keep going and trying again. And, and that's the biggest thing. If you guys want to make six figures, if you guys want to eventually say, Misha, I'm taking over the gift shops because, I want to retire, right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. It is unlimited with our company. You have unlimited possibility. If your goal is just make six figures and work a job, that's fine. Can you do it? We just got to keep growing. We got to work smart. We got to change some of the things that we're doing over and over again and not getting ahead and, and so forth. But that's what I like about a small business. I started with not even be able to afford handing out $5 gift certificates in a 200 and, 300 square foot store. And I didn't have a pot to piss in really for the business. Really, I didn't. We were flipping houses. We were doing this. We had two houses. We had so much going on. So no, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I never borrowed money till last year with COVID. And I borrowed $750,000. We got about half of it paid back. But now I'm thinking I'm slowing it up because when I think about the cost of money and what we might want to do with that money. So, but I had to borrow money to keep us going. But, was I afraid at $750,000? No, it's just another zero. Now, in your mindset, you might be thinking like, holy shit, right? That's why I want you to realize, because I was that way when I started in direct sales. And then I was lucky enough that he's passed on, Jim Rohn, to really get engulfed into him, start pounding me for things to change. Misha, you need to change, and all those kind of things. And that's really what you're going to see, because it is all attitude. It's all where you're going, and you're going to see one of the first books we're going to have you do. So anyway, but I do love this because I'm going to go do my vision board. I'm so excited. But what's so funny, look what the book is inside that comes along with it. The Law of Attraction. Now, how many times do we know some people that are always in the negative and always have negative things happen to them? Ching, ching, your wish is your command, isn't it? Isn't it? I'm telling you. So it's all the power of your brain and the power of thought and where you're going in the vision and what you want to do in your life. Really, it is. Because you want to get married, you're going to make it happen, aren't you? You're putting it out there, aren't you? Or you want to have a family and kids, right? I mean, but that's what I'm saying. So there's no other magic. It's anything in your life you can create and make it happen. That's really what I got clear in life on it. And then the other thing is, I'm going to go back to my gratitude journal. I used to do a gratitude journal every single day. Things that we're grateful for, and actually we're doing in our mastermind 3 gains a day. 3 different gains, because I see every time, and I go to these trainings, I go to these things, and sometimes I write it when I'm at the training, and I don't go look back at it, and then I go look at back last year's and how much got off my list and got done, because I put it out there, because that's where we were going to head and what we were going to do. Okay, so that's the biggest thing I want you. But it's so funny. I mean, we have a very cool group. I took everybody out for cool Jersey pizza. We had such a good time. It was the best pizza in the world. If you haven't seen my post, oh, I was at ecstasy at Screaming Mimi's. It was like the best. But anyway, so I mean, this is just one way. Not everybody does it. Some people write out things, And I'm going to tell you, in life, you stop learning, you stop earning, and especially with today's technology, life, and everything else. But you don't need a 4-year education. I'm very clear on that because nothing I learned in college do I really use. It just grew me up from being a little smart-ass kid at the Jersey Shore and not, and learn how to party bigger in college. No, I don't know. No, but I mean, it did teach me some discipline and stuff. I know, but was the content relevant? None of it's relevant to today. Everything anything you learn, we have, first of all, access to a lot of stuff you guys don't even realize. Dashboards and curriculums and all different things. And if you're ready and you want more, you want to grow with it, we have the ability that you'll learn more than you'll learn at a college education. I've got a big seminar in June. People want to go to Grand Rapids with me can go with me if they want to learn. We got all different things we can plug into. And that's the good thing, because if you network with the right people, and honestly, networking is key. Saves you time, energy, and money. One of the books I just did on my ride home, I do Audible in the car because I don't have time to sit there and read all day. Who, not how. It's who do I know who can help me get to where I want to do. It's not how am I going to do it all. And that is the whole thing why we're doing a manager's training program, because you can't do it all in your stores. We got to change the whole culture and where we're thinking and what we're doing. Okay. Now, one of the things that we do at our first meeting, and you guys are going to get books and notebooks and stuff like that. But one of the things that we had written a long time ago was our philosophy statement. And it still stands the same, don't you feel? For whether it's what other store. Our goal is to provide the best customer service along with an exciting product mix in a dynamic environment for both the employees and the clients. Okay. And that's really what we want to do. Now, you guys were supposed to take the Colby tests and the Strength Finders. Did we get through everything? Because I should have it by now. I was supposed to have that in the stores.
I think I definitely did the Colby test, Strength Finder. Was that the one you sent me?
The book?
The book.
The book you had to read and use the code and do it online.
Okay. I'm almost finished with the book.
I think I'm almost finished with the book.
Okay, so make sure you get me those right away on that. Okay. So one of the things I do journaling, and I do write out like my goals for the year. I broke down every store. I write down my vision statement. And one of the things I'm probably going to have you guys work on once we get into this a little bit is do your own vision statement for your stores. And where do you want to see it to be? Because then you know what, then we can make it happen. If you don't have an idea where you're taking it, how does anybody else going to know where you're going to take it, right? So it's writing down. So I was going to give you my vision statement that I just, and it changes all the time. It isn't, you know what I mean? And this may change even in by the end of this year. We're talking about, but it's just putting it out there and having a plan. Okay? Because like you guys know me easily and effortlessly. I'm always putting my mantras out there too. But anyway, so this is what I had wrote. It is August of 2026, and with 11 stores and our internet company, you hear 11 stores? And our internet company, 2026, we have grown to an annual sales of $11 million. Blooming Boutique's 4 locations are celebrating 20 amazing years and having an annual revenue of $3,600,000. Our 2 gift shops, Lewis Gifts and Bayside Gifts, are thriving and celebrating 15 years with $1.3 million in annual sales. Like that. The Treasures, 2 stores, locations in Lewis and Long Neck, are thriving with $1.2 million, and the Lewis Wear and Just Lewis are generating $600,000 in 600 square feet. So our internet company and Troll Beads distributorship, Blooming Ventures, are now at $4.3 million and we are rapidly growing to our 50,000 members in our loyalty program. We are rapidly growing to our 50,000 members with many more people joining in our rewards program. Our staff has evolved into an amazing leadership team of 14 that takes pride in their responsibilities and the stores they manage, and a sales staff of 50 vibrant individuals and 8 dedicated behind-the-scenes staff. I work 4 days in the office and stores and 1 day usually at the beach, weather permitting, or at my home in my office with my assistant who is mentoring to run the company. Brainstorming of ways to grow and improve the company. I have 2 store operations managers, one that oversees all the Blooming Boutiques and one that oversees the other operations. Blooming Boutiques and Lewis Long Neck. I have still Treasures Long Neck, staffing, training, and daily operations, and the second one who oversees the 4 gift shops, Treasures in Lewis and Maggie's. The stores are well maintained and looking beautiful with each changing season, and they make all the customers feel happy and enjoy each and every visit back. Even though the staff is well skilled in assisting our clients, I still enjoy coming out on the floor and helping the stores assist clients to make them their perfect purchase, and in attending our company's amazing events. I still am the main buyer now, but I have a mentor, assistant buyer, who goes with me to the shows, meeting with reps, learning all the details of buying, scheduling deliveries, and handles all the reorders. I have a full-time office manager for our stores that handles bookkeeping, fulfilling supplies, orders, rewards program, damages, I can't remember, mail, damages, shortages, issues, ordering store supplies, and making something supplies. My writing is now, gosh. After all these years, I still love overseeing planning and working on our well-established yearly marketing plan and calendar. We purchased the large building in Lewis with half cash down and will be evaluating the use of the rest of the building. We found an amazing deal on a large space for our internet company that includes offices and a warehouse and will take large shipments for the stores there. Our staff are all reaping the benefits of our profit sharing and sharing and I don't know what that is, and strive for our continued growth, which in turn increases their earning potential and their profit sharing and 401k. I am now able to completely separate myself from the business 2 days a week, and I travel at least 4 weeks a year for enjoyment with Kauai and Italy, usually on my trips. I already booked I'm going to be going to Italy with my group. We're actually going to do a good tour, I think. Nice. I'm like, on my days off, I am able to enjoy biking. Is that what it is? But yeah, biking, working out, gardening, reading, and the beach, and time at my beautiful house that I just finished my 3rd floor renovations with my sauna and theater. And redecorated my other 2 floors. Why do you think on my goals this year? Okay, so that was my vision statement for. We have to do this all in front of people. So from that I did, and this is what we're going to be doing for your stores and stuff. So then I have to turn in, and we're held accountable in meetings and everything for our goals. What are my steps to achieve my goals? I mean, that's what we just got done, our whole meeting. So like my first business goal is that we're going to increase revenue 20% this year in 2022. My second one was business development leadership team. My whole thing is to have 9 total. I called it tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 1 having 3 people, tier 2 having 6 leadership people. So by the end of the year that we have 9 in this meeting is what my plan is for this year. Step 3, is my 20 pounds off. I put it out there. You got to put the stuff in front of people. Shit, I got to report it everyone. I'll be drinking my green juice. Let me just tell you here. And then 4th was my home and lifestyle. I'm moving the entire business out of my house except for my office this year. And then the last one is really, it's kind of it's a business goal really, but it's like self-education to take the internet to a multi-million-dollar company. I want to see it at 4 million in 5 years. And we just know we have to learn and how to do it. And then because it's kind of hard for us right now, we're grabbing it, we're running in 50 directions, and we have to know how we're going to do it. For one, we have to visualize and see how we're going to do it. So we have to educate ourselves to then know what kind of team, what we have to put together. So we have taken on a lot of stuff, to this year. And that's what I was going to show you. Because you see, we don't think we know everything. We're constantly learning, with that. And if you guys I have bundles on hiring. If you're going to learn to help with finding your staff, this is what we're doing. We're doing a course right now. We start this week, and it is like college. But we have lots of, and this is what I want to show you guys. We have lots of resources, no matter what part of the business that that you're struggling with, you want to learn, you want to do, and it's just because we know. We know we can be $800 million internet business, but we also know where's the country going, right? And then we need to plan for that. And, and then even just from this meeting, I got so many ideas on where we can take Lewis Gifts online and what we can sell and make it easy so we don't have to worry about the weight, the breakage, and how we buy for that. Because that all then affects our buying. Like Lisa, we saw that this when we were in Atlanta, right? Mm-hmm. We were trying to buy smart to put together bundles to bring up the ticket. We're trying to make so that if you don't have yet the strongest staff, hopefully it's there and we have good signage and so forth, or stuff that we can ship or stuff that we can, just make it more fun or a different experience for our customers. Just like our bunny bar that we're going to have. That's totally something different. We really want to, it's going to be a bunny bar. Yes, a bunny bar. So hopefully we'll be able to fit.
Kind of bunny
not your kind of, not a Playboy bunny and not a bar.
Bunny with some whiskey or something.
No, yeah, exactly. Not a Playboy.
That was not the first thing that went through my head. I was thinking a Bloody Mary with a...
Bars are doing good.
Are they? Yeah, they are.
Uh-huh. And isn't that crazy? And these girls carried them home, so we had them that quick, right?
Aren't they really good?
They're so good.
Yeah.
So
they're so good.
It's easy to sell. I feel like once you taste
champagne,
that.
the pink champagne. Oh my god.
Oh, we didn't even try that one.
Oh my god, it's so freaking good.
So one of the things that I'm going to tell you, because it's funny, they brought it up at my meeting there, because I had told Bob that I had done this. I grew up, my mom's side was always, I don't want to say poor, you know what I mean, but they always provided. We were always, I felt like we were always in that survival mode, in life and stuff like that. And I always heard at dinner, because I hated meat, they're starving children in China. All these money issues I had in my brain. You know what I mean? So, and one of the things I went and did literally when I was starting to grow on my own, because I kept, baby says, Misha, it's just another zero on a million. You guys are like, right? And because Bob's like, you don't let anything really phase you. Because like I see, a lot of my friends never had personal development in my mastermind group, and the things that they let eat at them. And I went and did a money course to overcome all that head games. I did a 3-day money course with Harv T. Eker. And that's what I'm saying. So if you have things that there's always a solution out there. And it doesn't have to be, like I did a lot of seminars. I broke through wood. I mean, it just builds confidence. I grew up I was a very quiet, got the kid that got made fun of in school person. So, but it was just different things that, you want to show everybody. And then there's a reason you don't need to show everybody. You just need to be able to accept yourself and, know where you're going and who you are. And if they can get on your boat, you can't worry about it. Because, well, what's the F1? What's the book? Because I put that back on the read. The F book?
Yes.
So anyway, so I don't know whether, and if you guys are Audible people, I will pay your Audible if you read the books every month. So if you don't have time, like I love it in my car. My car is back to my learning mobile. That was my entire life when I was corporate and everything. I always had my cassettes back then, and then CDs in my car, because you know what? I knock out books even, and I don't drive that far here, you guys. You know what I mean? And some of you guys are driving a little further, that you can knock out a book a week without anything else in your time.
The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Telling you that's a great book. No, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
Because you can't let those little things eat it. It eats at you, and they don't really give a shit other people. The things we worry about, it's crazy in this world, and that's what you learn to get over. So anyway, this is the book that we're reading. Okay, it's called The Gap and the Gain.
I'm trying to read it. Okay.
Okay. Now I'm just going to tell you, you're going to get the Audible, aren't you, Lisa?
Yeah.
And you guys certainly are welcome to do both. Like sometimes if I'm home, I like to do the book with the Audible going.
Yeah.
But the good thing about the Audible is if it's books been written a little bit past time, or they bring the authors in and they talk a little bit more about this thing so that you can get the scenarios. And I think the biggest thing is I really feel like if we create this culture, and then this will help us shut up the people that are always in the gap, that are always moaning, groaning, and not solving the shit, right? And this is what it is. It's all about getting yourself in the mindset of the game. Oh, let me tell you, we called Bob on it. We were all calling each other on it. We were out to dinner. Someone was moaning about what I'm like, you're in the gap. Get out of that. So you're going to see this. It's a really good book, but it sees the high achiever's guide to happiness, confidence, and success. So whether it's for, we want it to be applied of course, in our business, but I'm telling you, a lot of the stuff that we're going to use can be applied in life to you, and you will have a lot happier life. You agree?
Yeah. He does a really good job of talking about like real life things, and then also like super high achievers, like stories about the Olympics and professional athletes and things like that. And it just makes you think about like how much those people have like dedicated and overcome.
Right.
But
I wish I had known
positive.
so much of this stuff in personal development when I was in sports.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then the mind games you play with yourself when you're running races and everything, and then and why these people, and you'll see as you some of these books and who they reference and why these people are where they are. And they didn't have anything different from people before. Yeah. I know. Which one? I'm doing Who Not How, the Michael Jordan story. It's crazy, yeah. So anyway, so this is the book, okay? 2 weeks. Hunter.
I have not read a book that big.
But that's what I'm saying. If you want Audible, I will pay for Audible. But make sure you guys tell me. I forget what I owe you guys for Colby too. But make sure, because this big, come on now. Okay, so there is 6 chapters. If you do a chapter a day.
I haven't read since, what is it, 8th
Oh, God,
grade?
you should see my library.
I haven't read since 8th grade.
I was going to say, I have an entire library at my house.
I need
8th
to
grade.
get my 5-year-old reading, so this is perfect. Everybody can have reading
Well,
time.
I mean, if you want to stay where you are, that's fine too.
I never said that. I haven't read since 8th grade.
8th grade, well then do Audible if that works for
Yeah.
you. What's going to be easier? So but I get through it quicker with Audible. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's
Sometimes-
Sometimes-
only
really tried that.
so on Audible you can also change the speed.
Yes, it's pretty cool. So if you like to read quicker,
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I do it on 1.2. I think it was only like with the forward and everything like that. It was under 7 hours. Like it's really not that long. And you think about like your.
I must have mine quick. Mine was 5 hours or so.
I think it was 5.
I'm like
something.
5 hours on mine. So and mine is just
can't.
programmed on my car. As soon as I get in the car,
Start.
it's on.
Okay.
It's on. So that's where, because I wouldn't necessarily remember to turn it on, because I'm doing Who Not How again right now.
Usually I have to read and like I zone out and like start like video,
Yeah.
like it plays like a videotape in my head. So I've never tried Audible. That actually sounds pretty cool because I do drive a half an hour every
That's
day.
what I
No,
was
that's what
saying,
we're
so
saying.
you could finish
You
it
will have
in
the
a
book
week,
done before.
just-
It's exactly. You'll see how many.
I
Like,
listen to it in the shower.
Well, I'm hoping to read out.
Small moments.
I have
I know.
That's
I'm
my
hoping
mom
reading
moment.
time it'll give me a chance because nobody ever
Three
leaves me
pages.
alone so I can read. Because I mean, I had a whole room in my old house for just books.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this is actually perfect. I'm like, but I need to
I
read.
have
Everybody
to.
leave me alone. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go hibernate. I need to read.
No, and
Work.
honestly, I used to, before I started having stores, when I worked at home and stuff, I had my whole meditation. I mean, we meditate the entire time. Every morning we meditate at my functions when I go. And I'm like, I have to get back because I used to meditate, do my personal development. Instead of, I go right into my banking and now to balance my checkbooks because that's when my brain is the best. But no, it's that balance. It is because you're clearing your thought. Like even just getting away and I get more done on the plane ride right now.
Mhm.
I knocked out so much on this ride
I
home.
finished a book that.
You know, and just and in life or planning or thinking things out and just detoxing. You know what I mean? And it's just a good separation away from things. So anyway, so we have here, I'm going to give you guys this. I have stuff to put in them, and I have dividers that didn't get here yet. So, but these are going to be books you guys are going to have to bring on, and I have some stuff coming in there. I don't think you need it right now. I was going to say just the count. Right now, I've just got the counter. But you guys, the biggest thing I was going to say, you guys are going to want to keep as much notes and have references and stuff for you guys. And things that you want to cover with us. Okay? I think one of the things that we were all talking about, and just because you guys are all younger, and you guys know we have an older demographic. And you know, like everybody listens to Jim, right? They seem to listen to, that's my point. But that's where it's all in what you guys, your attitude, your mindset, what you say to these people, how you look to these people. Do you look the role? Are you the manager of the store? You know what I mean? Are you, it is. Is that I don't know how, if you want to expand on that more or if you want to say anything else, because that's so important. Because I see, especially working in the boutiques, like if I have a young person, they have to really go try on and work on it, because to impress an old lady who's going in there that's a 2X or something to try to help someone, you guys are at least not in that necessarily situation, but it's very important for them to earn their respect of you, whether it's an employee or the customers too.
Right. I was going to say, though, I would say even
More
so, if you can earn the respect of your coworkers that are older,
yes.
I think that will in turn translate to the customers. So my entire life, right? First of all, I've had a baby face forever, right? So, I mean, I just stopped getting carded, and it's still 50% of the time. Okay. So I'm going to be 35. Okay.
Yeah, that's when I stopped.
Right. I'm so, but anyway, I mean, it's how you conduct yourself. It's how you carry yourself and just making sure that you try to be as polished as you can be most of the time. I mean, I think that's really the
Right. And then to the whole, I was always taught from any
Well, Lisa, I don't think they know. Why don't you give them your background? I don't know if you know all Lisa's background. She's got a lot of good training background.
A lot. So long story short, retired from Walmart after 24 years. When I first started Walmart, it was customer service. And then I kind of just grew. I mean, I was in TLE. Okay. So I was in pharmacy counting pills. I pretty much did everything except grocery side just because I hate groceries. Ended my career, the last 12 years was either personnel manager down to my last 10 years was head security. So I was always taught, because I always have had good mentors. I'm telling you guys, even if I was put in a different store, I always reached out to my old store managers because they taught me so much, no different than how Misha and Alyssa, I cannot tell you how lucky we are, because big corporate, it was a little bit harder, but I was very, very lucky to always have managers that gave it their all. But I was always taught to present myself at a higher level than I actually was, if that's where you wanted to be. So, I mean, down to they would be like, oh my God, why is she so overdressed today? And I'd be like, because it's inventory day. This is the biggest day of my life in security. I'm going to dress like I am somebody, because I am somebody. I'm the person that's responsible for the totals that are coming in today. By golly, I'm going to dress that part. So it's down to how you talk to people. The whole kit is be a level above what you really want to be, what you really are, and where you want to go. Because honestly, I can tell you it speaks volumes. It honestly does, down to your customers. I mean, if your customers, you've got two different aspects, they're going to be like, there's no way that this is the lady in charge today if you don't look the part. So look the part, act the part, know what you're talking about, and be confident in it.
Right.
You can't second guess yourself. Be confident. You were not in the wrong with the customer, perfect example for the loyalty. That was your loyalty customer's responsibility to know that she was qualified, but you needed to be confident in yourself and what you were explaining in order to get her to understand that. So it's all in confidence in yourself and how you present yourself to the customer, because honestly, there could be times that we could be dead wrong, but like if they honestly thought that because we were confident about it, then we were good. So that's my biggest thing that I was always taught is be higher than what you are if that's where you want to go. If you're comfortable where you are, you still need to present yourself at that level. Never go below it, ever. It doesn't matter what your day is. It doesn't matter what you got going on at home. You have to leave that at home, because honestly, this is your breath of fresh air. This is your takeaway. This is where you can like bust a move. If you're having a crappy day, I can probably get more done in a crappy day at home here at work, because I'm like taking out my frustrations. I'm like, I'm gonna accomplish something today. So
No, and it's true. And all you guys know that your employees are going to be most likely.
They're older.
Right. I'm just going to be honest. And that's why we wanted to make
And
sure
so-
we.
and it's not coming off like jerky, like, oh well, like just because I'm younger doesn't mean I don't know more than you. Do you know what I mean? It's like that you're walking a fine line of like, honestly, it's just being respectful and being a source of information and knowledge. Is that people want to do a good job, so if you guide them to that, especially if you're higher, you guys are going to have people that are below you potentially, so making sure that you're giving them that type of a feeling is going to make them have confidence in you.
And right.
Right.
And then you're going to attract those type of people too that you want
Right.
to be like you.
Yep.
That is the whole thing on it.
Like Joyce has said multiple times, she's like, I love working with Hunter.
Mhm.
Right. And that's the type of environment that the energy in that store was so positive because of that relationship. So it's like this cyclical thing that just keeps building and building.
It is, and it's there's no question. Retail is a hard thing. They don't go to school to become a retail person. So we are going outside of the box, just so you guys are aware where we're going. Because yes, can we keep getting part-time people out of our hiring program? But you guys have got to be talking up the thing, putting those flyers in every bag. Because the more people we get, if we get an overabundance, guess what? We're going to open more stores. No, I mean, honestly, I would love to be that we had such a funnel that we can expand out further. But you know what I'm saying? But so that's one thing, just so you guys know. So we are going to be hiring 365 is one of our programs that we started last year. And that is going to continue on and a very big, important part of it. But one of the aspects in this year, because I just got very clear, cost of living is ridiculous down here. We cannot just be moving college kids down here when we don't know if they're even going to perform. So my attitude is right now, I'm going to be calling Sussex Central, is it? Sussex Tech, whatever. I've got to call the lady back today from Cape Henlopen. I'm going to call Milford, Indian River. We are going to go in with their intern programs as seniors. And I'm going to even talk to them about possibly giving some people to the internet marketing company. Or maybe we have a play where they do 4 weeks at this place and 4 weeks at this store. And all the different types of stores or different positions that we possibly have, where we are looking to take some of these people that are not planning to go away to college and put them into a full-time position with the possibilities of going into a manager's training program, depending what their commitment. Maybe they just might want a full-time job, right? I mean, I want to be a full-time influencer and be the master and learn. I mean, we don't know what we're going to find, and we don't know how it's going to work. But my whole attitude right now is I'm sitting there, I'm always thinking, how can we solve this shit? Because our problem is affordability, and the people that are moving here are all coming with big money. So we've got to start thinking bigger. We looked at beautiful big price things, didn't we? These beautiful crab dish, $1,800. So anyway, coming your way, Hunter, for your. They're waiting for. They've been contacting me from Mexico about our designs for our custom. They're going to be making custom Louis vases. You should see them. They're going way well. But anyway,
I'll
but
post them later.
you know,
They're really pretty.
but yeah, they are very pretty. But that was the we wanted our biggest thing is we want everybody to be able to be open. If you've got an idea, there's no bad idea. Like why we belong to different groups is because that's where we get ideas. And then how can we apply it to us? Or how can we maybe make it better for our program? Or can we do anything with it? Or maybe not. But so think about that. But that's the one idea I could come up with this year was that we have to go to the high schools. Seniors that are not going away to college.
That's what I did. I didn't want to
Right.
go to college. I said, I'll
That's
do
what
a
I'm
full-time
saying.
job.
There are people that would like, and if you can get a full-time job, and we're working on benefits right now to be able to pay so much a month for benefits, okay? And then what we were just talking about earlier this morning is, we can make easier goals, for the certain times of the year, or we can make goals that cost it to break even where you can make a bonuses. And I'd rather go into a monthly bonus program. Wouldn't you like it if you could make an extra monthly bonus program? So that's what that's what we want to know, because that's what, to me, what's important to people. To me, if you're young and you're living down here now, I think it's the cost of living down here, right? No, and that's what we're trying to regroup our programming. But you also got to think for the future. And we do have 401k profit sharing. So if we start getting back and growing it, and we can keep contributing money, you know what I'm saying? We have all that stuff set up. We just have got to look at, and that's what we're trying to. And if you guys got any other ideas on how to get full-time people, because it's a lot easier to have someone in 5 days, isn't it, versus somebody come in 2 days here, 2 days there.
Everybody on the same
And my
page.
whole attitude is just like, even now, if we found another good person for BBA that's 5 days, can we find other shit to build this business in here and doing events and other stuff? But if we have 2 people, yes, we can. There's always a solution, but you got to have the people, the base and the foundation. And right now, I don't want to be going into summer, because I think we can have a great summer down here with all the new people, with all the things going on. And we're going to be, looks like, I mean, COVID is way going down right now. Numbers are down everywhere.
Yep.
And then a lot of the other European countries are opening totally.
Yep.
So hopefully.
Don't forget to the end of it.
Yeah, so hopefully this is the end of it, and that's what I'm saying. So we've got to find people now. We've got to get them trained. We've got to and I want to go back to normal hours. I'd like to do 9 to 9 in Lewis again. You know what I mean? And so that if you want a late shift, you want to sleep in a day, 1 to 9, I don't mind a 1 to 9. Shit, and get done stuff here in the summertime. So, I'm looking at what we're trying to get done. And the only thing I can look at, that's why I'm going to talk to Kate today. I feel like if we can get some of these interns in, or even people that they know that are still here locally, that might be good for a full-time position with us. But just realize, and we may create new positions. And maybe there is those crazy openers that just do, I don't know, depending where we're going, depending where our growth goes. Wouldn't it be nice to have someone just we have people who like to do the opening checklist all day long. And if we can teach them to be the best, and that's where I think if we're going to take any summer help, did you get that email for the summer help? Okay, if we take any summer help, I don't think we take the time of teaching them how to write receipts unless they're going to be nights and working. It's too much work, too short a time, right? You know what I mean? So how can we utilize them? Maybe they go around and they vacuum all the stores. Maybe they clean up the shoe rooms you know what I'm saying? So I think we have to look where we're going to put our energy
Kinda like
into.
recovery people.
Right. I mean, because we put our energy in trying to train everybody everything.
Right.
And it's not working. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm looking at it. If we're going to hire a kid, then we're going to give them kid position jobs. We're going to try to screen them into and teach them. It's folding T-shirts all day long, right? We can use full-time T-shirts.
I loved
And
that
that's what my
last
brother
summer.
does with the consortium program. They take them, and he goes with the consortium because he has autism.
Yeah.
So they go around and they do, not the dirty jobs, but they do the little stuff that helps out, like lefties, he'll help,
Right.
fix the bowling pins, stuff like that. So Kate does that too with the consortium kids. So I think that would be really good because it does help.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
No, it is. So the big part, and we're going to be going over when we meet and stuff like that. We got to go over so that we're all on the same page with all the operations, because if we don't if you're not mastered it, it's going to get passed down the line. You know how it is, gossip down the line. And by the time I hear what our promotion is, or something like that, it is. So we want to make sure you guys are all on the same page as us. And we used to do meetings at the library, which we'll probably eventually get back to, or my house or something like that. We'll figure this out, or in our new offices. Something. So that's the other thing.
We got a warehouse.
Yes. Okay. But it's not. But it's not for you guys.
We're still happy for you.
Well, we are. I mean, we're focusing to build the internet.
Combo.
Yes, combo. It is, and we'll see. We might have another part adding on. We'll see what we've got going on. But it's the hard part is out of sight, out of mind. If you don't know what what I mean. I just don't want inventory just sitting somewhere too.
Yeah.
It is, and it's being on top of that, and that's where we're going to try to figure the smartest ways. Is it putting you on an Apple iPad and running out sales? We're willing to test that. Hunter. No, but that's what. But then you got to realize you got to be able to teach your other people to. We got to make sure what we're doing is duplicatable.
Right.
Well, I know having the Apple iPad over Lewis where just Lord, I know.
No, but you're going to have to type in all. No, it's totally
that's what
different.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
but having the machine to be able to see it physically instead of write it, because we've always had people in the gift stores who have had an issue where they flip a number.
I know.
And that's all it takes is just flipping a number, and you could lose anywhere
Right.
between $100 to $50 like that.
That's the
It's-
downside to having the older demographic with the computer system.
That is the problem, though, because our problem right now is getting in the 3 stores is we don't have the manpower to get the stuff in the computer.
Yeah.
So we're just talking about you registering out,
Well, even-
just typing, just using it as a register.
Well, yeah, but even having something like that where you could type it out, you
Yes.
can you can write what the description
Right,
is.
that's
You
what we're
can
gonna
put-
do.
You can put the price, but you have you can
But-
change the size font.
Right.
You can make it look bigger, and it actually allows you to physically see what you're doing rather than
And I
do
think
this. 'Cause I know. Ooh, sorry, Alexandra. Depending on the busy summers, especially, I know that's. I mean, for as tall as I am on that small counter,
That's what I
hurts
was gonna
my
say.
back.
Yeah.
I think
No,
that's the
That's why I keep
biggest
my
thing.
iPad with me every day in case I, when you send.
But they're
me
the kind of things
invoice.
we need to know because I don't, because we're high up in the around store. I don't realize that's even a problem. I didn't even know that was a problem.
Oh god, I mean, I'm
Yeah,
like,
see, that's what I'm saying.
this.
So-
It's a,
No, I didn't know
it's a
that.
doozy.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I was
God.
always taught the high counters are very condescending. It's very bad that we lift up and go up.
Exactly.
You know, that's I was
especially
told
when
the
you get-
opposite, but it was built in. I had no
when you get the
choice.
short, like the shorter demographic, it feels kind of like you're higher.
Well,
up
that's
than
why
them.
we have people bring our bags around. Like I carried 4 bags for a lady around the counter yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be that way.
But-
So, but
Especially
the
the-
question is, I know you could do it, but then who would you have to have on your team that could do that? Let's say in Lewis Gifts that could do that. That's what I'm saying. So, what kind
That's
of
the
person
thing.
do we have to hire? Right?
I know definitely with the gift stores through the summer, definitely that you need to find that younger demographic. However, the issue is
I don't even know that that's true though, because all of these older
Well-
women that have worked retail, none of them have ever done handwritten receipts. All of them have done some level.
well, I
of
just mean like
POS.
the speed, because I
Yeah.
know we get
Yeah.
a ton of
Yeah.
You
transactions.
guys have a lot of heavy stuff too. Especially
Well, I mean, not
Treasures
really.
Not-
does.
they don't have treasures.
Bayside,
Yeah.
Bayside and Treasures has the heavy stuff. But the gift store, especially Lewis down here, and I know Lewis Square, Just Lewis, and Blooming get a lot of volume. I mean, you could do
Well, as you
anywhere-
guys can see, yeah. It's
on a slow summer day, you could do anywhere between 60 to 130 transactions is the most I've done in a summer day.
yeah.
So it gets a lot because I mean you're literally like this.
Right.
All day.
Which
And my
definitely
whole
affects
biggest
the
thing is,
hand.
but then if you could have someone doing that and you could be on the floor selling,
Yeah. Oh god.
that's
yeah.
my whole point. How much more could we do? We could be back doing 4 or 5,000 a day in that store a day.
Yeah,
and that's where we have to. And that's my whole. That's what I want to see. But that's my point because I feel like you will be on the floor not doing that. So what kind of person do you have to be able to do that?
But another thing,
right?
another
and maybe
benefit-
and you might be the next one that might be able to do that kind of an app. I'm sure because I feel like this is the group that's going to be really the testers
Yeah.
because this.
a good benefit to having the machine to be able to do that, especially for the older people with arthritis and carpal tunnel. I mean, God forbid, my doctors already said I got it developing in both hands. I can't hold my pen like this for too much longer because, wow, the tense up over the summer was like this after like 20 receipts. So
I remember
it definitely
mine
helps to be able to do.
Okay. Yeah, but you get other problems with that too.
Yeah.
I know.
I did an adding machine in banking, so you know how I am.
Oh, God. But it also allows you to do this.
No, it
You know,
does.
I mean, as
No.
someone who
You
can
keep
type
your fingers
125 words a minute, I mean, that I go
Yes, but
just
you're
slap it and it's done. I mean,
no, but that's where
But you also get like people who have worked in like the corporate who have used machines like that before who can type that fast.
right.
You know,
No, that's where we
switching
want to know.
Switching to this and then using a calculator is more tedious
So
than being able to just do this and then calculate.
you're ready to go and try it.
I'm ready to give it a try, at least in Lewis
Do we have a
Gifts.
spare one? Did we get that spare one, or we still have another one? Or have more on apples? I know we ordered one.
So what I need for you is the stand.
Okay.
Okay.
So to get, because you're gonna have the same issue if you you're gonna have the same issue that you have right now because you're just gonna still be down. It needs to be up.
Like what we did for
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
for Maggie's.
Yeah.
Some sort of. I got that stand at Staples there. Yeah, there's this
Yeah, I was
pretty
gonna
high.
say they've got it. Right, I mean, I can get it locally for you. So.
Yes.
I mean, I'm down to give it at least a trial run in Lewis Gifts since
You
I'm
think
going to
you
be there for
think
most
you can
time.
eventually handle that?
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely work.
Can you
with-
type?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming you're making text.
Well, it's sort of like
It's mostly
Chicken packing.
texting.
Checking, but yes.
Yeah.
But you're still gonna have to put in some sort of description, right?
That's what I did at
Yeah,
Lewis, where a lot
but
of
it's
stuff
like-
like scan. I was used to having to do that, and it made it a lot
yeah.
easier. And I think
Now-
that's nice too with the receipts. You don't have, everybody's got different handwriting and
Here's where it gets interesting, right? Is the specials. Okay, so because you're not really programming anything, you would more or less be doing like dummy entering. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you'd still have to calculate out what your discount is.
okay.
So you wouldn't be able to calculate on the machine? You'd still have to
So if
calculate
you
from a-
had, say, holiday preview, right, and you just said, hey, it's 20% off. Yes. If you were doing an itemized thing, BOGO is where it starts to get a little
Okay.
bit more complicated.
And there's no app or nothing we can put in there to make a run. That's what I'm
It's
I'm
not
throwing
to
it
say
there.
that you can't,
Right.
but not without programmed items, it would
Right.
become very difficult.
That's what
So
I was
like
worried.
today, so like right now with your Simply Southern, and
You would
everything,
just have a thing. You could have a button program that says
50%.
$100.
Okay.
Well, something like that.
That's what I
definitely-
figured.
You know what I'm
But that's
saying?
where I
Like,
want to
there
work out the
are-
bugs and everybody in
Right.
here if it's something we can go,
Right.
you know what I mean, or build into a point of sale.
Yeah, I
Right.
think something like that would definitely, if we even wanted to give it a trial now.
Sure.
Right? No,
Because
that's
if
what
you
I'm.
wait
That's
any
what
longer,
We'll be
you won't be.
guinea
I'll be fine with being a guinea pig.
Right.
Because if it doesn't work, I can just immediately go back to writing the receipts for the rest of the
Well,
day.
I think you two
And I
more
could
so,
probably-
just because you guys are here most of the days right now, because then you're
Right.
still gonna have to. But this will help us see too how hard it is
I
to
need
train
that, and
people.
I need a printer for you, so to print your receipts. The other thing that this helps alleviate is the fact that we're struggling to find receipts
Yes.
Or
See, this is
paper.
the other reason
like
we're
carbon
really
copy.
struggling.
But we're always going to need some level of that because,
Backup.
like,
Just in
when,
case you have to
Yes.
exchange the returns. You know,
Or
have to be
store
able.
credits and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, so the machines you can actually do them as store credits. It's
Okay.
Yeah. So
So
there's
they
But then
say
you
too,
have to
you
get like
have
the
to have gift
signatures and
receipts.
stuff. Do you have to like personalize and make sure like it's actually.
no. It prints out a QR code and then it scans. It's the actual
Oh.
money. Yeah.
See, I'm.
That's neat.
That is pretty.
Yeah.
I like that. I've never seen that
See,
before, so that's
Yeah.
I
neat.
But
like
if they
tech-
lose it,
I like
and if
technology.
they lose it, then they, you know,
It needs to be something Milford may be able to do too.
Yeah, because if they lose, we
Different
should be able to actually like look up any information. Because then you could also
if you
start
have
trying
the receipt number now, and if we were
rewards cards.
Okay, so nobody is actually it won't yes, if you are recording it, you as long as you write down the right number because
Yes.
for some reason in Shopify they give you two
To a very
they
long
give you
number.
no, they give you two numbers.
Oh,
Yes,
do
there
they?
are two different
No, it's
numbers.
different than when you used it.
Well, I
We
get
switched
well, I get
systems.
receipts coming over all the time. It's like a number this long. There's like a 125 character hyphen one hyphen another like 4
That's
to 8.
probably not the right number.
I don't think that's the right
I-
number.
okay.
Yes, that's the number I
That's
always
so
thought it was
co-
the first two when I
that's
started
so
over
It's
there.
at the
confusing.
very, very bottom, and
Okay.
it says
Okay.
like
Yeah, because that's
it's
been
like
very
a
confusing.
6-digit, 5-digit.
Okay.
Okay.
So anyway,
So, well, okay, so then this is good because then we got to get
Yeah.
on buying some. No, because that's what we want to do that, but you know, I don't think every store could do it right out.
No, you definitely got to have like the guinea pigs.
Right, and
I
we got to
mean,
work out all the bugs. So then you guys have
Yeah.
have to create
We're
a
both here
system.
all the time.
w-
So
Right.
We
it's
live
easy.
in our stores.
Yeah,
Right.
basically.
I mean, I might as well have a cot in the basement at this point. I cleared a space for it.
There you go. It's cool down there.
I do.
Okay,
It is cool. I like
it's
that.
cool.
I like
you
the
can-
cold weather.
You know, and we've had people use the bathroom here to shower and clean up in the morning. So well, you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
she called me.
Stop it.
She
For
butt
Texas?
dialed me.
Oh, she put that.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh,
I was like,
jeez. Yeah, and please, we could. I'm telling you, I could write that an amazing retail book for like
Right.
people, but everybody could. I'm sure everybody. The stuff I hear, mine. I said, shit, we're not even in the game sometimes.
So I'm not allowed to cut my hair outside, am I?
You know, remember that one? Oh, that was the crazy one. And singing opera out there on this thing, cutting her hair.
Lord.
Yes.
Over there, and she would cut her hair because she was a mermaid. Scared of crabs.
Oh no, that was another mermaid. I had another mermaid. That was Amy at Lewis Gifts. She put all the crabs in the bag. Well, first all the crabs were turned around. I couldn't understand why they were backwards because they were looking at her because she's a mermaid. But then, I mean, I had people, customers coming over. You know, you have a mermaid over there, and she had a fellow mermaid in visiting her. That's why her hair looked the way it looked. No, it was.
Oh, dear grief.
You know, hey, whatever makes them happy, right? Hey, I hope they're happy in life here. So, okay.
Make a YouTube page.
So goals. So
Have
let's
fun.
just we're going to talk a little bit about goals, okay? Because you guys are really going to now need to hone in on some stuff. So let me just tell you what our goals are right now, and because I had no idea where we were headed. Like Lisa has all her stores she knows, but Blue Boutique Accessories we have at 600,000. Okay. Right now we have Lewis Gifts at 500,000. It's been there, done that before, and been over. Okay. So what you guys have got to realize is that 10% of that goes to payroll. Okay, so the more you grow it, the more money that can be paid in payroll, the more staff you can have, the more money you can make. Okay, and that's where we got to go because there's other things that we can go. I mean, there's the biggest thing is understanding your money and expenses. Now, shoot, I didn't print it out, but I have it on my computer because I want you guys to realize all the crap that I've got to pay out in those stores and realizing it. Because, you know, first of all, as a business, you know, okay, so let's just say we're going to do $500,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got $250,000 that's got to go back into buying more products. Right? So
At
that we
least.
keep that's
least.
exactly. And that's why, you know, when we're talking about sometimes even these goals, I'm basing that we're making full markup. And that's why we have those other cushions to help compensate when we have to put stuff on sale. We have the rewards program. We have all that kind of stuff going on. But I was going to tell you guys, and you guys know expenses are not going down. I'm going to have to tell you, I mean, like right now, and I'm not worried about it, but Lewis Ware and Just Lewis pay more than you guys in rent for that little space.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
She
Yes.
she does not charge cheap over there.
No. Oh, no,
She
no.
is
And
not.
I have to pay cam fees like I pay in Long Neck.
Oh,
I just got
geez.
$24,000 shortage in my cam fees in Long Neck. I had to bill all the stores and just pay out. I just had to pay another $7,000 for this store. Yes. So cam fees, so, you know, common area maintenance fees. That's like, I have to pay trash removal over there. I have to pay for those parking spots over there. I have to, yeah, I mean, we do. And there's a lot of things I don't think that necessarily everybody realizes that go in. So you've already got you lose half your money, your sales and that. And you still got to pay all your rents then, right? And so, I mean, let me hear, where's my vision store, internet information?
I know there's definitely got to be a way to drive more people over to Lewis for Just Lewis in the summer. 'Cause that's
You
their
know
money
what?
time. Because you know
No,
more people.
the-
Really?
They do
They're
great.
going to do 600,000 this year.
Well,
yeah.
I believe that,
Just a
but
I'm
little
saying-
bit. I
no,
was there
the
over
thing
the
is-
end of the summer.
They-
did
I
it
was
really
gonna
good.
say-
I mean, I did like a 3,500 day after not being there a year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, that store. I was going to say that store has the most money in the bank right now. Everybody else is wiped out. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, they have. They're sitting there. They're in good shape. So anyway, so the things I was looking at. So you guys, when we have goals and we have sales goals, we have product costs. Is someone here?
I don't know.
Okay. Payroll expenses. Okay, so realize that's whether that's wages, bonuses, benefits, all that stuff. Okay. Now, operating, this is what I want you guys to realize. So, rent and CAM fees is a big thing. Electric. Okay, so we got to be turning down the electric at night and so forth because our electric bill is crazy, and I pay a lot more in Mr. Gray's building because we pay for a lot of people upstairs bills and stuff because it's not separately
And that's why I
metered.
just turn it off at night when I leave because it doesn't get too cold in here in the morning. By the time
No,
I turn it
no,
on
and,
open, we're
and
fine.
you have to because the fan will keep him up.
Yeah, he'll get all.
Yes, and he'll come down and get upset.
persnickety.
So, and some of the stores like Long Neck, I mean, they go to gas, and then I have water bills to pay. I pay even here a percentage of his whole building's water bill every month. I pay for the
That's crazy 'cause we don't
HVAC.
use any.
I, yeah, I know. You know what battles you got to fight, right?
Yeah.
I pay for the HVAC contracts you got to think about there. The phone and the internet. And one of the things I need is if I had an office manager or I have the time, I need to go out and renegotiate and look at my internet. Am I better off with Comcast? Am I better off with Verizon? And the fee, because we pay a lot. We pay anywhere from $2,400 to over $3,000 a year just in each store for internet. Okay, and is that smart? Do I need 2 lines anymore with fax? I need to have time to go over and read, look at all that kind of stuff. Trash removal. We have to pay for that because it's not included in the city and stuff like that. Window cleaning. Insurance. I have to pay for all the stores. That's why I'm all about hazards. Even out front, it's so important because if they slip and fall, even if it's the city, they're going to sue the city, the building, and us. You know what I mean? So all those that kind of liability insurance, workman's comp insurance, I got to pay. Okay. Credit card fees. Credit card fees, and I cannot tell you, I learned very hard with Lewis Gifts this summer with our other little manager. When we had a phone dial-up backup problem, and we left it just go to dial-up instead of being on the internet, they had $2,500 in credit card fees in 1 month. So we got to make sure our people are thinking, if it's not working properly, we need to solve shit. And that's why we need to have leaders in stores. Because just by letting it go to that dial back, I almost had a heart attack for Lewis Gifts for the sales they had and how much we paid in credit card fees because we didn't go online. Like everything we don't do, like every time we bypass the PIN. Okay, we don't let the people put the PIN in. That's why we got to figure out longer way. We pay more money. Every part, if you punch in any of it, every little thing, anything you miss, like if you're doing a phone order and you don't put in the street number versus and you override, we pay more. It's a higher risk.
Oh wow.
See, I
Which
did not know that.
Now this is why we need a manager.
Okay.
This is why
Yeah.
we're going to go over that because credit card fees. It makes me sick every month how much I pay in credit card fees.
So
I'm ready to pay people cash. I'm ready to pay people. Pay us cash and we'll give you cash back. I know because
get 5% discount for cash.
I'm telling you, the amount. I mean, I think my high was was it 30-some thousand 1 month for all the stores.
And that's why we do this.
That's a lot of freaking money. And you know how much work we do that for? I mean, that's what I look at. I mean, and so I get to see because it all comes out, and this is why I'm like, look at how bad our business was last month. So maybe my fees won't be that big. They all come out on the 9th. They all get taken out of all the accounts. So, yeah. So
So don't we also get penalized if it's not over a certain amount?
no, and there is. Well, the
necessarily.
problem right now is that
Okay.
like. 2 things, like you either have to have it disclosed. There is some rules, and you can charge people, but you have to be very careful on all that. And I think that pisses people off. I'd rather put it in our
Yeah.
pricing. Do you know what I mean? That kind of stuff,
Right.
as well as that, like, and also asking for ID. Like if when people ask you on the back, because if you don't ask all, it's like being prejudiced or
Right.
or what's it called?
Yeah.
The words like we're
Yep.
stereotyping. I'm not.
Yeah.
Stereotype, yeah.
We're picking
Stereotyping.
certain people, right? And so you do have to be careful on all that kind of stuff. But the credit card fees, we just have to do whatever we can control at this point. And as soon as you're having a problem, it's going to dial back up. We need to try to figure out right away what it is. And we want to make sure that everybody has in each store, who do they contact first? Where do they go first? Where do they go second? Because I know that's a big problem. People are wasting time on things that won't even solve the problem.
Yeah.
And depending what the problem is, because WorldPay cannot solve if your internet's down. It's your internet service. So they're the kind of things that we want to, but we do have to be very on top of that because our fees it's absurd. And they've gone down over the years. Because maybe when I started, American Express was 5%. And that's why a lot of businesses, you still see old timers, they will take American Express, right? Yeah. Yes.
Is it still that bad?
It's down lower because they've taken other credit cards that aren't just paid off monthly where they didn't make their interest. See, they made all their money on the merchant side. American Express was only a card for years where you never paid any interest. So how are they going to make their money and survive? So they charged it on to the businesses. So now they have ones that I guess you can carry over. I'm a big American Express fan, that way. So as far as that, but yeah, so that's the big difference. So credit card fees, big expense for us. It's payroll number one, rent number two, credit card fees could be up there. That's the crazy part. More than our utility. It is. It's one of our big things. Banking fees suck. But it's not bad because when I grew up years ago when I was in May, you had every month you got fees regardless. Now I get free fees. The biggest problem I get is when I deposit too much cash. Is this stupid? Because I had to use the bank service too much, I get charged. So I really tried, like right now, I try to spend the deposits out and work them out so that I don't go over in the month. It's crazy. I get charged fees.
That is really crazy.
I get,
stupid.
yes.
It's like you're giving them
That's
money.
stupid.
They shouldn't charge you for giving them money.
Like, oh, you gave us money. Yeah, pay us the $100 to take your money.
Yeah. No, it's exactly.
So stupid.
But you see, they're getting less and less. I think we're going to be going virtual. I mean, I just was telling Alyssa, what was those, whatever the thing was, I just was learning about cryptocurrency. All that crap is coming. And where we're headed. It's just insane. That's why I like my mastermind, because things that I would never be thinking of, now I am thinking of. Do you know what I mean? Or just trying to understand what the hell's coming.
Yeah.
And how people are using, because actually some of my pet stores are taking cryptocurrency. But they're keeping it and they're building their stash of cryptocurrency. I'm like, oh God, this is just crazy. I know. I'm like, God.
Cryptocurrency is a joke.
I know. It's crazy.
It
But,
scares me. I'm
but
looking at it, I'm like,
let me just tell you how many people I know that have made millions.
I have a buddy who's never going to work
It's
a day in his life.
It's
because
exactly.
Of it.
No,
He
it's
took all his
huge.
stimulus money. He made millions of dollars on cryptocurrency.
Yep.
He lives in a 3-story house in South Carolina.
Yep.
Never
No,
has to work a
the
day in his
people
life.
and what I seen,
28.
the people, because we got a professional gambler in my group, like her husband is,
Stimulus
and the money. Yep.
All the stimulus
Yeah,
money
no,
he got,
people
he
I know have
invested
made huge.
everything in cryptocurrency.
My eye doctor down the street wants me to go and teach me how to do this. He's like, he's making big, huge money on crypto. I don't know.
He
yeah, I
invested
get too
all
scared
in the
with
sheep.
Kansas like that. It freaks me out.
Well, no, it has to be money you're willing to lose, as far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
Every
know?
penny in
I
the
have
sheep
that.
and then sold
So,
it when it was
but
like
we do it all the time in
3
stock
or 4
market. It could be
cents.
so.
Too much.
Yeah. So anyway, accountant. So accounting fees. Right now, because I don't have an in-house bookkeeper, they do all of our bookkeeping. Okay, they do all of our payroll. They do our 401k. They do our profit, all the tax returns, quarterly tax returns, all the state employee training, all the stuff that has to be done. So accounting fees is huge too. I probably could go in-house, but then I get nervous if they're not up to date with everything going on. I kind of feel like I love that liability with the firm.
Yeah.
Having a firm, so it may, so I'm not sure there's a place there. Chamber of Commerce things, you got to join all those things every year, dues. Regular just business taxes. Thank God we don't have sales tax we have to worry about. But what happens in the state of Delaware, just so you guys understand as in small businesses here, we have what's called a gross receipts tax. So you grow your business to a certain point. Guess what I've got to pay? I just had to pay for Christmases once. I have to pay sales tax that I don't get to collect from the humans. Because I've grown the businesses to a certain point. So what they're trying to do, the state, they're trying to make me pay for all my companies as one, since I'm the owner. Even though I have separate entities, I'm like, no, the IRS recognizes I've been fighting this for a couple of years because that's garbage to merge all my money. So then I'll always be paying gross receipts every freaking month. Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes. So I now pay a percentage, right, because we've grown our stores to the state of Delaware, even though we don't get to collect it. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Based off your sales, yeah. Yeah, so that's one of the things in here. So anyway, so that's a different tax that we pay. Licenses, and we have to get state licenses, we have to get local licenses, all this stuff you guys realize we got to pay out of all what we do every single day. The website hosting, the domains. So we're going to pay for all this. I want to make money off of it. You know what I mean? If we're going to do it, and that's what we're trying to do. Does anybody know any computer geeks? I don't want to say... I'm not saying computer geek, but not a computer geek. But I'm saying someone who loves social media, I should say. It might be an influencer. Someone who loves marketing, who loves all that passion. Because we need people who, you got to have a person who loves to do that stuff, who loves being on video.
I'm getting more comfortable.
You guys are good. No, you guys, honestly. No, it is because we want people to come in. Oh my God, you're the lady I see on the video.
Thank God I've only had one person do that to me. My mom shares every time she does. I'm like, no, stop it.
No, but that's good. Hey, it could be bringing you business, right?
Oh, it does.
So, but website. Oh, so website's an expense. But but we want it to pay for itself, and we got to figure out. A lot of my friends that have stores, they're providing, the stores are providing the content to their people. So, and if we can get to that system, maybe we can have some more remote people. I don't know, that we can hire services. But that's where we got to figure it out in the stores. Are you guys able, as soon as something comes in, do the opening video box or something, or do something and get them the content that they need to know and the information? Is there a form maybe that we need to develop in the stores to get people to help who like to share?
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there because I'm just trying to look how we can streamline stuff. Marketing. All the in-store events, and that's where it gets me, it's whether all the printing, the signage, the cups, the food, the booze, whatever it may be, the decorations, all that stuff, cost us money. So if we can pack it up, organize it, use it for another year,
Oh, yeah.
and try to, whatever we can do. But it's I was going to say all that stuff, just even the rewards program for marketing. Think about all the costs incurred. Now we pay someone to put all that in. We pay someone to ship all that. We've got to buy the stamps. We've got to buy the business cards, the perks cards, the card on the Fifth Saturday bags. All that stuff costs money. Advertising. Now mainly on advertising, it's social media now. It's TV. And then we try to support the local little newspaper here and do one like the chamber does ads for the little events in town, the newspaper. But for the most part, it is social media. It's word about. It's our rewards program, really, is our big advertising program, and that's what we got to look at. Because I don't know how much money we gave out. Do we know last year how much money we gave back?
I don't have access to that on this computer.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. When we give a lot of money back, and we need to get clarified now with these guys how we're supposed to track that shit. Because does that come off of our, because that's supposedly an advertising expense. So we got to just make sure. I want to make sure I'm getting everything documented the right way for them. Postage. We spend a lot on postage, whether it's direct mail or whatever. We buy a lot of
Postage has
programs,
gone up.
even for marketing, like the digital catalog program. All that stuff. Everything costs. You know what I mean? And we've got to, and that's why I want you guys seeing your budgets, because I'm going to try to budget out what your store spends in operating, just to give you, not break down every little thing, but to give you a clump so you guys know where we are, where the money's going to, because it just doesn't all just come to me, because I know people think, oh, the owner, you're an owner, you get all that. I can't tell you how many years did I not take checks? Did I not? Or the first 6 months of the year? Yeah. It was crazy, because you got to keep putting back in, and it's quiet, and there's no, you got to make payroll and all that other crazy stuff. Education and training. To me, it's worth a fortune for us. Because to me, it's small businesses and internet's what's going to survive. It's not going to be your chain stores, maybe like your Walmarts, but your mall people, all that stuff's going.
And everybody's starting to support more small business, especially since COVID hit. Everybody's like, I don't want to go there anymore. We're going to do small business. Like, yeah, great. Come on.
No, it is. And so I think that's the big thing. So it's education, and it's ongoing education, because if we would have just stopped from what I learned years ago with Bob when I bought his CD, I had CDs and audios. So there's always, and that's why you want to surround yourself around people that are going in the same direction. And that's always been, it saves time, energy, money. Because when people even say, like, Amish, because we did a course and I thought it was a steal. It wasn't even $2,000. You know what I mean? For a boot camp that we're doing, because what does it cost for one course for a college course? Right, that's what I'm saying. And are you going to get that much that's relevant? They're behind the times. They're book smart. They don't even know what's really going on in life for business, right?
Yeah.
No, so you got to be around those that are going in. I know people who pay, like my mastermind to me is a joke. It's very cheap, because there's a lot of the masterminds I want to be in, I can't afford. They're $50,000 a year or so to be around those people. But am I happy to be where I'm at? Yeah, because I'm around people that are still going in the same direction I'm going and what I want to be around. I got to get out of that gap. Can I afford that? Yes, I got to get out of the gap and the gain here. But anyway, so educational tools. And if there's something you guys think there's something we need, we don't know. I only got like this one boot camp from a friend in my mastermind group. She's like, Misha, somehow I got in this group and I really don't qualify, but you really do. You need to be in this boutique hub. And so my friend Tammy, got me into this group. And then I just got a good reference from another one, my friend. She has 2 boutiques, did more than $7 million last year, and one is 3 months open in Stone Harbor.
Wow.
Her people clientele, she's working that one group, and online. She ships boxes of high-end clothing to people. That's how Sue Nagin buys her clothing from her. She ships her boxes. She has a shipping program. She ships out to her clients. But she's got people that make 6 figures working for her. Because they clientele, they get good bonuses, they do the job, they're professional salespeople. And that's kind of where we want to get it to, that we have people that want to make money, and want to thrive, because that's what her whole team's like that. They love it. They have a great time with it, and they want to, be a part of it. So education, I can't tell you more about that. Traveling costs, when we got to go to buy just products. There's gas, there's tolls, there's airfare, there's hotel, there's all that kind of fun stuff now, and we're losing reps. It's a dying breed. We're lucky that I've got some good core people I've been with for years that come, but there's so many lines that we would never ever see, right? You guys, between going to Philly, going to Atlanta, there's just, now, like my clothing reps were like, are you, they're gone, they're retired. So we have to go to Vegas. It's a long flight. Everybody used to come to us. I never started going to shows.
Like, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I didn't go to shows, except for I always went to Philly and local Ocean City. But I never flew all that, because to me, I was like, oh my God, all the overhead I got to pay. What I got to sell to pay the trip.
Yeah.
That's always in my mind. I'm always, I guess, the banker in me. I'm always thinking, crunching my numbers that way. So anyway, travel costs, supplies. Okay, so supplies, we're going to be tracking who's turning and using the most or what. We're just going to track, because we got to see where supplies are going. Toner, paper, forms, manuals, bags, tissue paper boxes, light bulbs, receipts, credit card paper, pens, markers, staples, calculators, scotch tape, dispenser, scotch tape, post-it notes, scissors, hole punches, toilet paper, paper towel, cleaners, Windex, flower plots, plants for the flower pots, all that kind of stuff for the store. Okay, and we are supposedly I have to find out where we're at. I'm getting upgraded with all of our lights, and now the state's chasing me. They're willing to give me money back for going to LED lights. Is this crazy? So hey, we'll take it. You know, the lady keeps coming in haunting me, so I just gave her my electrician. I said, get with him, get this, whatever we gotta get done. So yeah, I mean, if you guys hear or see things like that, that's the thing. Renovations. I mean, we always want to keep upgrading our stores. I have a lot of stuff. I mean, I want to get around the street painted. I want to get new carpeting, but the gift shop's Torsia put new carpeting in it. That was my first carpet for Blooming Boutique in town. I know. I know. So that's my thing. But we have to keep upgrading. We got to keep looking from the outside in too. If you're a customer, because we become immune, don't we? You just walk in and you got to sit back and look. What would be my impression behind that counter? What are they? Are they organized? Does it look clean? Is there dead bugs in my cups? Are they very dusty? No. Look at the window. Oh my God! Look at that big dead dragonfly in the window. No, it is the things but it is like, oh, the stuff's falling down. Do they not care enough to hang up their Valentine's Day stuff in the window again? I mean, I'm just saying we need to sit back and look at that. But there's also, we have to at least get these carpets cleaned yearly. Think about the people that walk in, okay? And I have a machine too. Okay, store machines, and we're going to have an inventory sheet probably give out the next meeting because we haven't finalized that. But because we need to get inventory. Who's got what laptops? Who's got what fax machines? Who's got what copiers? Who has an old phone that hasn't been replaced in a long time? What music are we using? We need to get this all cleaned up in the stores. And we need to know what people need or what you guys need because we want to make sure we're doing it the best.
Apparently, I have a copier, like a printer in here, and I have no idea where it is.
I know exactly right in that corner right there.
I found mine. It's
Fax
broken.
machine. Yes. You found yours? What?
The printer is broken.
Oh.
It turns on, but the problem is there's something wrong with the printer head, so it doesn't actually.
You sure it's printer or just old toner? It's dead. It needs to be thrown out.
I tried.
It's toner.
I tried
running.
running debug. It just wouldn't do debug.
Oh, okay.
It immediately started and ended. No
And it's
debug report.
It's probably so old. Anyway, so
haven't
yeah,
seen a
that's what
printer like
we
that
need to
in
look
years.
at on there. Okay.
It's old.
Anyway,
Old
okay.
high school printer.
So store machines, phones, music, store floor cleaning, snow removal supplies, all that stuff. And then I was actually thinking, oh my God, I just wrote that check out the Long Neck, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh, now we have snow removal next year. It's even going to be bigger. Out in Long Neck, I know. So that crazy. But you know what? I feel like we are in the best spot over there for locations,
Oh yeah,
for growth over there and where it's going.
that place is always packed. Right.
You know, it is. So, I mean, I feel like, yes, between everything going around there. So, anyway, here. Okay. So, but I want to give you guys, think about, this is all the stuff we got. And then I didn't even put in hangers, new rack, right? All the stuff that we're constantly chasing and buying and trying to better the stores with. So, we've just got to make sure that, look at what we're throwing away. Do we not need it? Because we cannot just keep everything. But also, is it something we could utilize and use some way, in some form or fashion, versus having to go all buy a new all at once or whatever.
Yeah.
But then we got to keep on top of it. Like, some of these racks, they get worn, people push them and not pull them enough. We got to throw them out if they're bad, because we can't have an accident in the store where the rack breaks or something, or a shelf breaks or something in the store. So we got to be looking from a hazard standpoint as well as a cost efficient, standpoint. But I just wanted you guys to be thinking about all those crazy expenses, because there's a lot of stuff that's got to get paid and done, to run the stores. So yeah. So anyway, but we've been pretty good on our account with our utilities, right? Yeah, because we haven't had that many. I'm not even talking about it. I'm not even going there. I'm not even going there. I'm not even going there on that. So anyway, okay. So biggest thing, and you guys are what we want you to hone in on is sales goals. Okay. So once you guys thinking about the 12 months that we've got or 11 months that we've got, where are we going to, and I've broken down where I think what the sales should be around each month, but we want you thinking, what are we going to do? Like this month, if we're already down in the hole by the middle of the month, how are we going to make this up? What can we pull out week 3? And get with us. Let us know, because I can't look at every single store. I need to say, she's like, you know what? Nobody's coming in for my Simply Southern sale. What can we do? Can we give a, what I mean? So we need to come up with solutions. That's what we need you guys coming with.
Now that we're running a little bit lower on things, it's starting to.
But I want you thinking, am I going to meet my goal this month? Don't wait till after, oh my God, I missed it by this much or something like that.
And I'm gone all next week.
Okay.
That's what we have to really plan next week.
Anything that you want or you think you could want, I got to know like by Wednesday. Let's say.
So that she can get it.
Yeah, because I want to make sure, like, I want to get all the social media done. I want to get all of that, like, just scheduled out and handled so that.
Maggie. So your first thing with sales, Okay, so the sales, you got to look at, there's 3 ways that you can increase your sales. Okay, new customers. So I'm always looking, and I have stuff all written out in my book, 3 to 5 ways that where you're going to drive in new customers. The easiest thing that you guys can control from within the store for new customers is your rewards program. If all you did is you're checking them out and you're fit, listen, I got your purchase on, but did you know every time you bring someone in, you get credit for their first purchase even if they join, or if they don't join, every time they come down and visit you, bring them in, you get credit for them. If you guys just worked on getting people to bring people in off of that, think about that. I mean, that's what I'm saying, because I feel like we don't work that hard enough to get people, bringing people in. Because people are moving down here, they're starting to socialize in your neighborhoods, they know other people, get them to bring them in and let them know that perk for them. Because it doesn't cost us anything for advertising until they bring someone in and they actually take advantage of it, right?
Yeah.
So that's your cheapest thing without having an expense, unless they do it. So if all you did was bring that into your pitch every time, there's one way to get a new customer in. Now, of course, we're going to be doing social media. We're going to be bring a friend in on emails and from the database too. But what can you control right there? That's an easy way to get new customers in, okay? The other thing I think we got to start thinking about going back to, because I just started booking fashion shows and stuff, is possibly doing some in-store fundraisers, okay? So let's just say the cheerleading team at Cape Henlopen wants to do a fundraiser. We can offer them twofold in Lewis. You could offer them to have it just strictly here at Blooming Boutique Accessories. They could do from like a 4 to 6 hour. They could bring all their parents. They could bring all their friends. Everything during that time, we give 20% back to their charity. So what does that do? It brings you a lot of people that would never, ever come to you. We used to do fundraisers. I used to do a lot with the Wellness Center and different things here. I've done it with church groups, youth groups, all different types, where we have an event, okay? And there's different ways it can be done. If it's going to be for an extended period of time and they tell us they're in, then that's a different discount. But if they want to do a short, narrow time, I don't do it like on a Saturday during peak time. We're not going to give them everybody, right? But we could do like right now, like a 3 to 5, right? Or a 4 to 6 happy hour. I can provide beverages if they want to bring food. We've let them bring their own appetizers because they like some of the developments like to do that stuff. And 2 things, we could either offer them a discount for doing a happy hour, or if they wanted as a group, or they want to raise money, because I even have home associations that want to raise money like for the kids that can't afford their tickets to the prom, we can give them 20% to a charity. Okay, we used to do Lewis and Bloom. We would do the whole town, all our stores. I try to incorporate all our stores if possible, but it doesn't have to be. So if you're working, if you know people that need to raise some money, and Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, anything, think about that. Because if we do all our stores, it offers for men and women, people to go buy and shop. Because I learned real quick, did Lewis and Bloom. The guys didn't want to hang out necessarily just at Blooming Boutique. Okay, with having clothing and apparel, we can have a fashion show. There's always ladies in the group that like to model and show it off, and that always sells more. And they always want to buy their outfits. Is that just a delivery?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the other thing. So so think about ways, because when I built my business, I didn't go out and pound the pavement. I just talked to people in the store. You guys both talk to people. And and it's just say, you live here, don't you? Because you got their card, whatever. You know what? Do you know anybody, any groups or anything that are looking? We're looking to get back into the fundraising program. Okay, we love to give back to the community. But you know what? And because when you go out to the restaurant ones, I've supported them. They don't get much. They don't include the alcohol, right? They give like 10%. We're willing to give 20% of everything that they do. Their job is, and we can give them a package, get out a press release if they're a nonprofit. Do you know what I'm saying?
We have a
Get
whole
the email out.
program.
We have a whole program for this. Okay, and so that's my, and then the realtors program is the other thing. That's what I'm saying. We have a lot of things that we can bring new people in. We just have to get the manpower, and that's why I'm saying, so to free you guys even up as you guys grow with us, so that you can do those other programs and stuff, and you can have people running the stores. Okay, so to me, they're the easiest that I just always did. There. Now, the other thing, and we're working on the designs right now. Depending on your store, maybe just, what do we do for Lewis? Is it $5 and $10 or just $5 ones?
2 and 5.
2 and 5. Okay, so we are creating gift certificates that are flat out gift certificates. As I start going to, like, charities come in, they want a donation. Well, can we give you these to put in every swag bag that everybody attending your thing, to draw them in? So they're going to be flat out gift certificates. They can come in and spend $5 at Lewis Gifts, and hopefully we're going to be trained staff well enough that we're going to get them joining the rewards program. We're going to get them selling some more than just the $5. But the cost, like, think on TV, how many commercials and what it brings in, what you pay cost to get a new customer. That's why I'm saying. So to me, gift certificates, when I first started, I used to cut, paste, because I didn't know how to do anything. We didn't have it back then anyway. I had $5 blooming bucks I used to hand out, and I used to have all the hairdressing places hand it out to each of their clients for me to get me new people in. So that, to me, we have very simple, easy things. To me, it's the gift certificate program, it's the rewards program, and then it's just talking to our customers. You know what I mean? Because it may not be a fundraiser, but you know what? I belong to such and such. We're going to be doing a fashion show. Do you guys do fashion shows? Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So think about that, because that always gets us new business in. And especially when they can see our products, we've done them virtual, didn't we? With the Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition, we did a virtual fundraiser with them via Zoom. That's what I'm saying. So there's always a way. So think outside the box. But to me, they're the easiest things that we can work right within our store. It's just talking to people. Because there's a lot of churches, I'm sure, that probably need some fundraising after this, that people weren't going to churches, right? The women's groups and different things like that. And there's all different ways we can do it. We've tried with the schools. We just never gotten to take off like some of my friends have, where it's the schools competing against you, like Cape Henlopen schools competing, and then they earn for like a week 10% of everybody they send in, and then we will match the winner. So I mean, there's that's what I'm saying. So I don't have every answer on everything, but that's what I'm saying. You may have done something in another group or something you participated in, like you make your pancakes, right? And you guys haven't done that in a while, have you?
Demon doesn't do anything anymore. They have 2 active members.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
No, we can't do anything.
Yeah.
Can't do food. Can't go out because of the whole COVID stuff. The kids are too young to get vaccines,
Right.
so they can't do anything.
Right. So
unfortunately,
no, it is unfortunate, but I know. I mean, I've done fashion shows up in that tight little place.
I remember the fashion shows you did with the old men walking in with the dresses.
Oh God,
That
yes.
was a hoot.
That was one of the ladies in there wanted to have the men dressed too.
Had a bunch of old men and anywhere between 40 to 70 years old
Yes.
wearing dresses and skirts and everything.
That's awesome.
It was amazing. It was amazing. And I definitely think if you can, you should try to get with them to do that again.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I've booked
That
two
was
fashion
kinda
shows.
funny.
This is my thing. I've booked 2 fashion shows for Long Neck. Okay, so I'm right at the Baywood. So I literally say, listen, I'm headed right over now. If you guys want to come with me, in your bag, your spike. Because I give like when I do a fashion show, I try to get stuff for all our stores. Everybody gets something for us to come see us.
Yep.
And and that's the whole thing. So new customers is your one way. Okay, so give you guys some food for thought on ways to get things going. I was going to say, because Milford, we used to do a lot of fundraisers right there, and I even used to do things with the nursing home and go to a fashion show in the nursing home and take orders for the people there. I've done
And
that
they
up
love
there.
that stuff there.
No, that's what I'm saying. But there's a lot of groups that need to raise money.
Especially right now too.
Now, and I'm going to tell you what I did in the past, and we haven't done it in a dang long time. I won like Girl Scout, whatever of the year, some award here because I used to have the Girl Scouts come wrap, and they made money wrapping Christmas gifts for us in the back of Treasures.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. So there's all different ways that we can help and do fundraising, and it's also good PR. It's good for the company, and it's good to give back because that's all I hear from people. Because when people just saw that we just gave $24,000 of clothing.
Oh yeah, that lady almost started crying when I gave her all those.
I know.
clothes. She came out. She was like, "Oh my god."
Oh, they just got done sorting, and they put it in the paper. There was a
Yep,
whole
I
thing.
read
Yes.
that, yo.
No, that's what I was going to say for the homeless at Cape and for one of the shelter homes.
Yeah.
Now we're going to be doing I think a food thing with them. I think in March or something.
Yeah,
I think something.
wanted to talk to you about that today.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. So I mean, to me, and I've always been taught, like when I first joined with actually Mark Victor Hansen, Chicken Soup for Soul. The first thing I learned about, or was it him or Jim? We always given like your first 10% back to tithing, giving back. Do you know what I mean? And I find that whether it's in personal, and or with our business, we always. I mean, that's all I ever hear. You give so much back to the community. Because we've always just given and done whatever we can do to help and whatever, raise money or, whatever we can do with those things. And we have a lot of people come back every year because of that, and a lot of them are our customers too now. Especially Lewis and Bloom is a big thing for us too. So, yeah, I haven't even talked to those because we've been doing a lot with the Zwannendale, the Z Club here. And I used to do tea and fashion shows before with them. And we used to have that little building here with the historical society. We used to do fashion shows in there. Oh my God. We were outside it. Yes. It was crazy. But that's what I'm saying. So and it doesn't have to be a big group. I've done talks. I've done accessory talks up in Milford at the little Italian restaurant there with women's groups. I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's all different ways we can get new people. And just try to keep your, I know, and I have to get across the street. They want to do some stuff with us at the new restaurant. I haven't had a chance to get talking to them too. I don't know how or what yet. I haven't thought my way through, on something. But the lady I bought all those things for, I think we're going to do a wellness night for women, all of our customers.
Oh, nice.
I think she's going to do the wellness reads and stuff. So, yeah, so I'm working on something with her because it's a win-win. I'm going to help her. People are going to do her new business, right? And she's going to do a service for my customers. So think about, as you're talking to different owners and different people, think about that. Because it's the networking and who you know. You know what I mean? It really is. It's the who, not the how, right? It's the who, not the how. It really is because it saves you time, energy, money. That's all I'm very clear on.
Yeah.
It really does. And that's why I never had time because I was the only employee for like 5 years, in my store. So I got all my business all through there. That's how I found everybody. Was all just talking to people that came into the store and yapping. And you guys can do the same thing for the stores. So, okay, so new customers. Okay, so what's the next way that you can increase your sales and volume or business?
Knowing the product. I guess we do.
No,
You know,
both bottom line. There's 3 ways that you always do.
Okay.
So it's new customers. That's brand new money.
Mhm.
Okay. Increase frequency. Okay. The number of times that the existing customers. So you're going to learn about lifetime value of a customer. And that's what we've always got to think of. And that's why we always got how we handle different scenarios. You know, I'll make this one-time exception only. But we got to be very clear that it is only an exception, so they know that this is not the norm or something when we do things. Because it's the lifetime value. Is it worth it to lose that customer to have to go find a new customer? You got to be thinking about that and how we answer and we handle different situations. Okay, because we're going to want you guys handling this and not having to say, Misha, what, you know what I mean? And so the lifetime value of a customer. So let's just say you got a lady, even if she comes in and buys $20 a week, $20 a month of cards. It's $240 a year, right? How many years is she buying? 10 years? You know what I mean? What is the lifetime value of the customers that we have because we take care of them? And with the rewards program is an extra perk with them. So the frequency. So the frequency, the best way to get people to come back is 1, the rewards program. Okay, the rewards program, and making sure you're saying, hey, only 2 more and you're going to get your this Saturday bag. Or, you know, I mean, I can't tell you the amount of people yesterday I had to explain to them how they get that bag. Well, you have to finish this card first. No, you don't get the 20% off this time, you know, but that helps with frequency. One of the things I learned from Alyssa was, I mean, they make me analyze at these meetings, we're doing stuff. I saw how fewer people that we have finished a card. So we're losing people, and why is that? So do we have to do a better job? Like I was sitting next to a group of pet stores, and we have their 3 bounce backs. They get their people in, their new customers in 4 times in the first 90 days, because they have a bounce back set up for their program. Okay, so you know, and that's what I'm trying to see. How do we get them back in? And it's also knowing it's the art of promotion whenever they're in, right? Letting them know that this is what's coming up, or this is what are you getting the emails you don't want to miss, because Misha's got a secrets thing, and that's what we're going to try to do better at getting the quarterly marketing out. I want to try to get way ahead so that you can say there's a good surprise coming out, right? Because it's just planting that seed. It's going to get them, check that email. Oh, I got to get into Lewis Gifts today. And that's what we got to be thinking about. Even some of our promotions, I'm not sold on some of them. What's going to make them want to get in their car, drive out here in the middle of winter? I really want to revamp my whole first quarter marketing plan, you know, and really think about what will make me if it's freezing weather. Is it back to hot totties? Oh, I'm thinking,
everybody loves them.
No, that's what I'm telling. I just feel like we need to do. I'm telling you. No, I know it does, and that's where I'm very clear. What brings these people out here?
I had a bunch of ladies that came from Chocolate Weekend. They're like, "Oh, you're not doing any chocolate martinis this weekend?" I said, "No, unfortunately not."
Yes.
They were looking for a party.
Oh yeah, everybody loves your drinks.
I know, and I mean, I hate to say it, it's not like they get drunk or anything, but it is. It's all about what gets our people excited. It isn't necessarily the sale that's going to drive them and get in that car in a cold winter. No, I know. It seems like drinks motivate our people.
Drinks and foods. I had a
lady. I know it is.
Everybody's older. Everybody's retired.
So
it's a real
it is.
Time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean. So these are the kind of things. This is why I feel like if we're all on the same page and we're all getting where we're thinking, because a lot of times we don't necessarily convey everything that's all going on in our brain. So to you guys, and so you know. So frequency, getting them in. And again, it goes back to the rewards program. Bring a friend. They're coming back in with their friend. So you got them in again, right? Yeah. So, and it's keep pitching it. And maybe we come up with, maybe they earn a higher tier. After 5 cards, they get now instead 30%. I don't know. I'm trying to think what is going to help us get people through the different cards, and how do we sell that? And the other thing is, it's important. Frequency, it's giving them that perks card, what the perks are for coming in, because they may not, you know, they're all excited about their purchase. Oh my God, I can't wait to go eat these sea salt caramels. They're not listening to what Hunter said. Come in, takes time. You know what I mean? You want to say it, but you know, going home when you're unpacked. Oh, what's this? Oh my God, I can bring a friend in. You know what I mean? It is. I want us to go through those cards like water. I want her having to order all the time from Vistaprint. You know what I mean? I mean, really. And even if they don't join, I don't care if you throw it in, because you know what? They might think, shoot, I'm going to be here every week, 7 hours a week, because we have people who get them done in a week that come back. I mean, I had someone that she didn't have a Troll Beads customer. She drove all the way down, you know, for our 5th Saturday, you know, to pick out some Troll Beads. You know, so you don't know what motivates people all the time too. And so I think, you know, frequency, it's definitely, and it's our windows, it's our store signage being clear too, because they might be in town, they might be they might not be thinking, oh, I don't need anything there, I'm just driving by. You know, so we just got to be on our game with every way that we can get these people back in. But we are going to want to start tracking how many new customers, because there's a lot. We had 3,700 or 2,700, what was it, in new people? 27 last year in new rewards people. Okay.
I thought our sign up was pretty strong.
But I see it over around the call. I see how many people we're not even asking.
Right.
We're just letting them go in and out. And I know it gets busy and gets crazy. And that's why you have to ask up front so it doesn't back your lineup, don't you?
Yeah.
You have to ask right up the front. Are you a member of our rewards program? No? All right. Do you live here? Oh, yeah. Well, and bam, you know what? You need to join. Bam, get them started. Say, listen, do this. We keep it right here. You don't have to worry about it. I'm going to give you some information in your bag. You just got to be packaged, and that's where we got to get everybody that way. So frequency. Any other ideas on ways we can get people in more frequently? I mean, if we get them educated, are you getting our emails? You seeing the, you know what I mean? And maybe we come up with some better perks. Because I feel like we just don't have time, the manpower or the time to sit and think, hey, let's offer this them a week early. They get, you know what I mean, or whatever. So we've got to, I think we can come up with ways to get them urgently in. Or is there like a 3-part bounce back? As soon as they sign up, you give them right there something in the bag to bring them back. So this is because you see, because people were laughing at me because I shared, you know, we have a what's working now session. We go around the room and stuff, and I brought up about our Blizzard. People were like, you're still doing Blizzard? I said yes, because I'm in the beach. Who comes to the beach? I said people are coming. You should see every receipt. Oh my God, Milford's. They all have Blizzard. Oh my God, I'm looking at everybody's stapled receipts. Blizzard bucks. I said it doesn't matter if it's 70 cents. People come back. Can I use my Blizzard bucks too?
And they like them too because they can be stacked.
Yes.
That's what a lot of people like.
And people were like, have you ever thought about making that big? So we all play the wet blanket thing here at the thing. So they're like, I said, you know, it just, I don't know. I said, we've been happy with that size that's worked for us because that's what the first thing that got thrown back to me about using a bigger size. I said, it fits, it carries, it fits in men's wallets. I said,
it fits in the wallet.
That's what I said. I said, for us down at the beach, we don't carry a lot of shit. So I was like, you know.
I tell everyone, put it right next to your credit card. You won't lose it.
It's exactly.
But definitely bounce back. I don't remember who the heck I was watching. This was 2 weeks ago. Watching something, a guy owned a steakhouse.
Yep.
And every single time he had new customers came in, gave him something new. You know what? Come next week, redeem this, get a free prime rib.
And
$10 off. Oh, here you go. You get a free chocolate cake. You give that bounce back to new customers.
Well, and I'll tell you,
the people came back, and as
well,
he was saying,
my friends who do it for their dogs, they actually got the manufacturers to supply the shit for them for this. All their bounce backs is funded through their manufacturing.
Oh, really?
Yes, she's good. She just got a year's free worth of leasing for their new building. A year free, whatever. Yes, she negotiated some crazy. She's like, yeah, they're hardcore. I'm telling you, they're like, oh, yeah. I was like, they're cool, like cool hippie people. Like, you know, I like hanging out. Like, it's a funny thing, but they are very, when it comes to business, I'm like, she negotiates good. That's why I can't wait for Bill to meet them down there. But she's able, all that stuff, somehow they get it through.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's what I was sitting there thinking, because maybe, you know what? I don't know. Is it a free bag of sea salt caramels the next time you're in? Here's a complimentary bag with the next. I don't know. I'm just. But
you give women a sea salt caramel when they're walking around. Oh my God, they'll walk around all day and they'll buy stuff.
Right.
Continuously.
No.
A lady over in Bayside, she wanted to buy a truffle. I said, you know, here, pay for it at the end. She spent another $50.
Right.
And she would just walk around, one truffle.
Yeah.
And she paid for it at the end.
But you know how to do that. Now, our problem is getting everybody to see how to do that.
Like a small bounce back, something to drive, like telling them about the new event, like having that calendar is definitely helping to bring people. I'm already pitching.
See?
You got to come next year for hospitality night. It's the 1st of December. You can't forget it.
It's exactly. And this is where, okay, and I had it here, but this is where you guys need to be the concierge of Lewis and promote things that are also going on in Lewis. Because that's what people say. Your people always know what's going. You guys always know where to eat. You know what I mean? That's why people come back in our stores. So that's another whole reason.
I know where to eat, trust me.
Yes. I always say Touch Italy 10. I got Sorry, Touch Italy. But but that's the other thing. So we all have the calendars. And so what I personally did on my airplane ride is I highlighted and marked all the important things that I know that I need to promote and what's coming up. And then how can we also write off these events when the Sea Glass Festival is, when the parades, because I'm thinking of having, this year, I'm having a big Christmas parade party in the store. And so people can come in and get what I'm going to make business into it. Because I've said every year, if I can't have a dank float, because I really want to float in all the parades, starting from Milford's Christmas for Halloween parade. Imagine, because now we have a warehouse we can put a float inside. I was thinking.
You have to figure out how you're going to
Put that at the house.
put that at the house in the garage.
Okay, well, my garage is clear, yes. Okay. But wouldn't that be fun in the float and have people handing out gift certificates all around the float to everybody at the
I'd
parade?
be fine dressed up as Santa Claus. I'm fat enough for it.
There is what? There's the Milford Halloween parade. It goes all the way down to Ocean City. There's Milton. There's Georgetown. There's Rehoboth. I'm thinking, would that not be like an awesome marketing tool? It could be fun, making a float.
Pretty logo. You can make such a pretty float, and it's going to catch everybody.
I said we could make like the Rose Bowl parade, but waterproof. Like make them like no. So anyway, but that's what I want. I mean. There's a lot of things we can do. There's always a solution. So anyway, so where did we go off on parades? But anyway, events. So having the calendars and really promoting what's going on in the town, and you guys thinking about, like, I purposely went buying 4 physical events. Like I purposely went to buy Sea Glass things for the Sea Glass event so that we can participate in and promote to our customers to stop by at the thing. The garden tour. If we have enough manpower, I'd also like to start doing some pop-ups. When I first started here, I always did a booth at the garden tour. I sold Okapi shoes, shoes, garden shoes. I sold flower bag hats, I did, you know what I mean?
You can do little stuff
And then
like that.
I can drive, and I used to drive them to town with something to drive them to our stores. So we don't get as much. A lot of them, some of them, I know, and I still know people over at those booths. But there's a lot of. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of, like, we did that one event down with WBOC. And did that crazy fashion show in the booth. I mean, there's other things we could do. I was contemplating. We just don't have the manpower right now to do like the home expo at the Cape Henlopen Open High School, right? How many new people can we find there too, right?
And
But
then
anyway,
we have billboards everywhere for that home expo.
isn't it? It's exactly. So why
Yeah.
not write off as something like that? But anyway, so we have so frequency. So there's I think especially when people are in town. And I really, hopefully, we're going to have enough staff. We will have enough staff to stay open at nights. That we'll go back to our complimentary glass of wine at happy hour time. That gets people, because if you say happy hour right? Well, people while they're waiting for restaurants, are they not gonna come in?
Especially in the summer.
That's exactly no,
You
that's
do-
my
you
point.
do
So
that in
there
the
is
summer.
such a long
No,
wait
that's
time.
exactly my
Agave
point.
with a 3.5 hour wait time.
Yes. So no, that's
It'd be
what.
interesting to see if they have that still.
Yeah, they're having waits right now because everybody I've had likes here a lot better.
Over here,
Yep.
the food's changed.
Yeah, that's
The-
what I heard of it. That's
Yeah.
what everybody's telling me.
Different cooks.
I mean,
I mean,
I've been there,
Rehoboth
it's
always
good.
seems pretty busy every time I go by it, but
Yeah, it is busy. It's going to be busy. It is.
But
But I think it's
everybody
gonna be a
has
different crowd.
Good, yeah.
Completely different crowd
I
because you're
was-
getting the people going down Route 1.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
just want to
But
stop. They want that
I probably had
margarita.
10 people come in and tell me they want
I-
to stay here.
I
Now
li-
they might have gone too early. I don't know. Maybe they went. I don't know when they went.
I like this one
Interesting.
better.
I went like 3 weeks maybe after they opened.
Yeah.
The question
Food
is, did you
was
have the
fantastic.
drink? Did you drink first?
So
I'm telling you,
no,
I-
I didn't drink at all.
Really?
I did not drink.
Well, I'll tell you, the margaritas definitely help you make it taste better. But no, I had both of them. This one definitely tastes a little bit more authentic. I think, again, it's the difference it cooks. Whenever
I thought
you
the
franchise,
service was so much better out there.
service was better there.
That one looks
Food
so
was-
nice though. Like,
The
you
only
drive by,
thing I
it's
will
like,
say is
oh.
it's loud.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I figured.
that's the only
And,
thing.
and how many are they up to? Because it's supposed to hold 400 come summer.
Yeah.
Do
400
they have,
capacity.
they have an
yeah.
acoustic break up top? I can't remember. I don't think
They
they
didn't
do.
have anything to soften really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except
So I
for
know
on the
Harvest
walls.
Tide has the same issue. They got good food, but I can't sit.
No, I
Way too
was in
loud.
there with the concrete, and they. Oh yeah, no, I
It just
just
echoes. And you go,
Harbor, I think, is horrible.
Harbor.
Oh my
House?
god, I'd never go back.
Really?
It's that
Really?
loud.
I've heard
It's
people- I've
so
heard people-
Well, it is.
loud.
It is loud in the front.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true. But they all
I'm
are.
like-
But you know
I'm
what?
not trying to scream.
Kindle is loud too. Everywhere I go in
Kindle
town
is
is loud.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go in town is loud.
Rosa
Church
Crown's
Italy.
not-
I mean,
Rosa
they're all
Crown's not
loud.
bad.
Huh?
Rose and Crown's not bad. I'm there every Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not bad over there.
No, because you have the
do
separate
that.
rooms too and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's an
it
older
breaks it up a
building.
little
It's a
bit.
different thing, and they got some fat. Yeah, it's not all.
Just wish they had the cream.
So,
still.
anyways, we got frequency. Sorry about that, Alexandra. you haven't got to eat at all these places while we're talking food. Anyway, so we have I was going to say, so we did frequency. So now, what do you think the last way is you can increase your business and sales?
I can't think of it. I can't think of the word.
Average ticket.
Oh.
Your upsell.
Oh,
Think about that. Your last minute doing the perfect purchase. So let's just say they're buying a dress going off this great event. You could be selling them the shoes, the jewelry, the earrings that go along with it. They're buying a piece of jewelry. Do you have the cleaner at home? Oh, I'm sensitive to jewelry too, and I could sell them the alchemy, which also protects them and helps them if they're sensitive to jewelry. You know, making that perfect purchase for them. They're getting margarita glasses. Did you know we have a great margarita mixer or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Or things. Oh, you're a bourbon drinker. Let me just show you everything. I mean, it is until they say no. You should keep showing everything that is relevant to them. You know, that is the big thing. And I think people, because I noticed that, because that's how Marianne always worked the dressing rooms over at Blooming Boutique. She would just keep bringing stuff that she knew would fit that body and was the right shape for them, and keep bringing it. Or once they knew one piece that came out good, she'd bring them every color to show them everything. And that's what brings your average. It's doing that on the floor, having fun with it. Because once you master it, it is fun, isn't it?
I had a perfect example. Was I think Joyce's second or third day with me.
Mhm.
The lady came in, didn't want anything, wrong turn. She's like, I'm just gonna walk around. $240.
Yeah.
Because she's like, you know what? I'm having issues buying for my husband. And I showed her everything that new. That she got the McCree, she got the moonshine bar, she got a whiskey glass, she got everything.
And that's where product training comes in. That you know, it is in getting your average ticket up. Because I just observed it yesterday. Because if you don't know your racks and where stuff is for as us in fashion, do you know what I mean, to help them quickly, or you don't know other pieces that are going on, or I know that I have that, like, oh, I love seashells. Oh my God, well, let me show you. I've got earrings. I've got this top. I had a lady with dragonflies. Well, I just got a new silk screen in. I've got that, and you need to know, because we know the people down here like beach things. They like dragonflies, right? There's just certain things, or certain colors, or if they just need the plain tee, whatever it may be. But it comes down to, getting in there, helping them to get the perfect purchase, letting them know other things that could go along with that purchase. And then what I'm very clear on, it's Maureen, you know what Maureen at her thing, they cut out the custom jewelry, and they cut out even $150 earrings. Their upsells a $2,000 necklace that people buy at the counter. I'm like, holy shit! I'm sorry. Yes, $2,000 necklace. They're blind. Yeah,
That's like, oh, this is like.
no,
that's
well,
your
it's
name?
it's the add-on to the outfit for them. That's their
Oh,
add-on.
fair enough.
So I'm just saying, but
Fair
sometimes we got to also remember not to shop out of our own pockets. Because even if I had the money, sometimes I just wouldn't spend that kind of money. Do you know what I mean? But you can't prejudge and you can't let people know, because especially we've all learned that with our bead festivals. Because if you saw our bead festivals, you would never, ever, ever guess that they would spend thousands and thousands with us.
Thousands. Like, it makes me nervous writing up those tickets. Thousands. And then they come back the next day and thousands more.
No, but and it's just like, even like I have a lady, she always comes in,
for that,
like she comes in off, like yesterday it was $1,700 of clothing she bought. She ended up leaving with only having to pay like, well, I sold her some shoes at the end, but like $500. But she had a $309 rewards card gift certificate, so you know how much she spends with me.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But you would never, ever, ever guess. And she's a school teacher too, so you'd never think someone's. You know what I'm saying? You know. So I've learned you don't know. You don't know what you don't know, and that's where you can never prejudge people on it. So that's why all you can do is the best job letting them know what you have available for them. Especially like for us plus size people. Oh my gosh! And you see their shape and you know their body and you know who doesn't cut right and who cuts better. They appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
If you can help them, because the worst part is going in the dressing room and nothing fits and looks good on you, and it's the worst. You don't want to go, and especially these people, if they don't want to, they can't. It's a lot of work to take off all their clothing and put their clothing back on. It's all great. I mean, so you know, so the perfect purchase, but it's also the good service to help them get the right stuff there. And then I'm always like, and the easiest thing for all of you guys too, is there anybody else while you're out here? Do you need a gift for this month? Does anybody else have a birthday? Anybody else you need to get a card to? Right? Because that's an easy thing. While they're out, they're parked, whatever, especially for us. You know, here is who else can, you know, we help you with. Because, I mean, especially now, I mean, I was going to say, you guys have such a variety, and here, too, a variety of things you can offer. And with having the men's department now,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and it's funny because I have a group of men that their wives have a card, they have a card.
Yep.
They want their rewards for coming in for their wife. No, Sue Donahue's husband.
Yeah.
No,
I see them all in the
If
winter
they
time.
did that way, they can get a reward without their wife knowing they went and bought stuff. for
It's
them.
exactly because it's exactly, they don't have to remember her to go put it on the card later and
Yeah.
all that kind of
I've had a
stuff.
lot of guys. Well, my wife has a card, you know, but I don't want her to see it. Well, then why don't you sign
Right.
up for a card? Here you go.
And the other thing that we're going to do eventually, as we get the floors set for season, all of us are going to go around to all the stores so everybody's aware what people have. Because we used to have somebody who just would send them anywhere, just she would guess. She didn't even know if they had it. Oh, I think they have it across the street. I like, that's not good either.
Yeah.
You know, we need to know what's in our stores and be able to help, because you get someone who buys the whiskey wedge here. Oh my gosh, if you like that, you need to go around to our Lewis Gifts store. Lewis Gifts has that, right? I mean, isn't it?
You've never been to my store.
I've only walked
I've been
in
to
briefly.
everyone's store.
Right,
I'm
but
there
yeah.
all the time.
That's probably
Right.
what I'm
I'm
going to do today
everywhere.
before I go.
But that's what I'm just saying. But that also helps with us. It helps the whole overall company too. So we just went over, really, Lisa, I know you've been busy. We went over with new customers, frequency, getting people in more, and all the ways we can do that. We did a lot of ways with new customers, from fundraising, all stuff, and then frequency, and then we're just talking about average ticket. And I was just telling how my friend's average ticket now, they have a $2,000 necklace upsell for the clothing outfits that the people are buying. I know. Well, so, but you know what made me think? So then I just thought, like, okay, you guys know, this is what my aha moment, and they all loved it at the meeting. So I was like, well, let me just show you this picture. What we just bought. We just bought these 5 items. They're not expensive items, but we're making them into a flat bundle for our gift shop. I'm going to make, like, so it looks like a little bouquet. I said, we're going to get a pot, and we're going to put it right there and put the flat out price, and they're going to buy the whole bundle right at your thing. Wouldn't you rather have that upsell than a $3.99 chocolate? I'm all about now. I'm like average ticket. So isn't it like putting things that people impulse? Oh my God, this would be a great gift to put away for my sister. Someone to,
Easter and stuff like that too. Everybody's always looking for those bundles. Not having to go to Walmart and get that.
well,
lovely
and that's
bundle.
what we're going to do. So right now we've got to push our Valentine's Day, because this is a hard holiday. Easter's a little hard. So what? Then we're just talking about just for existing customers, and we can start planting a seed that we're going to have a bunny bar for the holidays. We probably maybe do both even stores in town, or it depends on where we're going to be able to set it up. So one of the things we want to do for our customers, and we got to be thinking, because I'm trying to think for locals and not just tourists now. You know, I focused so much for years just on tourists. And so we have a lot of families that have got it, but I think we learned it from COVID, the 3 of us, right? And buildings, because all of a sudden we got shut down in March, and it was Easter, we had all this Easter candy. Next thing I know, we're selling Easter baskets, and they can add on, and we were shocked when people were adding on the Easter baskets. So my thought is that she'll have, and I bought Collapsible, I bought like fabric Easter baskets that they can sell them even online and ship to them, and I want to get into a refillable box program. So, you know, and I'm trying to come up with like, you know, we'll talk about that too. But anyway, this is, so for Bill, the bunny, the bunny bar, I've got Easter baskets, I've got the filler, I've got the bags, I got the wrap, and then I've got all different stuff coming in. I've got like balls from Oriental Trading. I've got toys. I've got all different stuff. It's growing in our back office right now. I got to find a place for it. But we'll have all different price points of candy. So we'll have it all priced out, and they can build their own Easter basket. And so we're going to have cottontail cocktails. We're going to have mimosas for the moms to come build their. See, now you think, wasn't that, what I want to do is I want to do this like 2 weeks before Easter, okay? So that this way, if whatever we don't sell in our Easter baskets, then we can go sell in the stores, or we can build some baskets and sell cash and go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But won't you think if we can make it a fun event
Oh yeah.
for the moms to come in, whether we do it a more, you know what I'm saying?
The
make
grandparents too usually come in a lot for Easter baskets. Oh, I'm gonna make something for my grandkids, but I don't know what to do. Well,
Exactly.
So
So we have all different price points. I didn't do like in the past we did high end candy. We don't need to now that we've got some other suppliers. So people can do whatever price point basket they want to do. And so what I'm just trying to figure out, probably what I'm going to probably do is I'll have the basic basket price that includes all the crap. You know what I mean? Maybe it's $4, $5, whatever. It's not going to be much. You know, and then they can put whatever the heck level they want. If they want to make it a Bath and Body basket for Easter, I don't care. You know, if they want to put toys in, they want to put more stuff in, they want to put a quick do we care? No, but we're going to set up a fun bunny bar. I want to make it look really cute and how we
would be
display
really
the
cute.
stuff. Don't you think it'll be fun?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just something different.
yeah.
And I think, you know, so I think that's just a thing we can think about. But we're also going to have boxes available that we can ship, okay, to people. Because I really like like a lot of people in my group, like one of them has a very high-end kitchen place, gourmet food place. They have a chef on staff. They do catering. They have like a monthly refillable. Zingerman's is the company you want to look at. I'm hoping he's going to speak at this one summit. Zingerman's, they do an auto ship. I mean, so many people in my group, they ship to this Cheese of the Month Club. They ship to, I mean, it's not cheap gourmet stuff. And they have an auto ship. We tried doing a little bit. We had double. We just don't have the manpower of the people that can keep marking and doing all this stuff. But we did the snack box. We were trying over that. But then my other thought is other ways is it doesn't have to be necessarily an auto ship, but it is nice because one of my friends does an auto ship. She has a mystery box auto ship, and she already has the rent paid by the first of the month because it's an auto ship. It's every month. The people sign up for they actually pay for it ahead of time, so they sign up to get this auto ship. Isn't that crazy? Imagine you had your rent paid, right? But think about that. You had to sell, 20 Lewis boxes. So I'm working on a Lewis right now. I'm getting custom boxes made, so there'll be 3 levels of good, better, best, and all custom like for new homeowners.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing a Delaware one. So that Lisa can also sell at Milford. So if somebody wants to do something, maybe they're not in Lewis, they are in Long Neck, right? So I'm working on some boxes that we'll always have available to sell. We'll be always online to ship. But but I have my one friend. She's got that rock paper. She does. Oh, I just did 300 of those boxes. Oh, I just did 40. I mean, all off of her. She's the sole person on Instagram, social media posting, and all that kind of stuff. But imagine if we had some way, and we may come up with a whole new idea that we're just. That's why I'm throwing you out to what people are doing, because my friend Sean does it for her boutique, and she puts different things. But there's they can sign up for it, and we can come up with different. It could be the summer fun box or whatever. It could be all what I'm saying. But think about things. You got to watch what's shipping with food and chocolate melting and things like that. But I mean, imagine if you could have that the first of the month. Your auto ships are all going out. And just pays for the rent that way,
Definitely
right?
do good with non-perishables.
Right.
Like blue crab.
That's
I know.
something good for like Maggie's because they have like the brand Bark Box, right? But they're so expensive and you really don't get good products. So that's something that'd be good for even Maggie's.
No, there is, because I know people who do that. I know people who use all the free samples. They use the free samples and they sell the sample boxes. Samples. Yes, I mean that's what I'm saying. So, but be thinking about that in your store. You know what I mean? In your stores, like what could we do? Could it be a Bath and Body box or a Bath and Body sampler or something? And then the thing is like trying to get people working with us, some of the vendors possibly to get us some stuff. I mean, my other vision, and one of the things I didn't put in my vision statement is Blooming Boutiques becoming like mini department stores. Part of the reason I brought fragrances in, because if I want to go negotiate with some bigger vendors, I got to be able to say we're already in personal care. Do you know what I mean? So part of the reason there's reasons behind my logic, mixology, and we have Zodiac based on your Zodiac.
Ooh.
It hasn't gotten out. Yeah, it's based on your Zodiac. Supposedly they put together a fragrance that matches you for your. Isn't this kind of interesting?
Oh, I like that.
Yes, we have that because Zodiac is huge right now in jewelry and everything this year. Zodiac
really
is
is.
big. Everywhere I went, everybody was selling Zodiac, and I didn't buy a lot of Zodiac jewelry, so I got Zodiac perfume.
I understand that stuff.
But
It's been like the big trend lately.
but the other thing that I want to be able to get into is we have nothing down here left, and now Macy's is closing. We have, for the demographic we have, who is used to going to the department store and buying their Clinique, buying their Estee Lauder, we have nowhere. So we're trying to find the in to get a major line.
Yeah.
so that I'll put a shop in my stores dedicated specifically to like a Clinique, because what does that get you back? They have to use up that lipstick. They have to come in and get the new colors for the next season, right? Isn't, that's the big thing. So that's where
big department stores are closing down.
that's exactly, and we have no counter, no places right now for these ladies to go to, and a lot of them are not good on the internet, right? And they want to come see, feel, touch, and they want to get their little free little gift bags and all that stuff that they get at
They
the.
have to go to all these big malls, and they don't want to go out, and you know what I mean? It's so big, and it's hard to
No,
get around.
and we have no competition. There's nothing down here. We have, what's the closest mall? Christiana we have to go to now to go?
Yeah, because
Dover.
Dover doesn't really
Salisbury.
have anything in
Yeah.
there.
No.
No, there are a lot of people who went out of there.
No, Macy's just shut down
Yeah.
there. That's where they were going to get it.
People's down in Rehoboth, so we have nothing in
No,
this
that's what I'm
area
saying.
at all.
People's in Milford. No, we don't. So that's my other area that I'm trying to, if anybody has an in, for anybody in, in the, because I want to get a good brand that people know.
Okay.
So I don't have to build it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. We want to get a well-known brand
Mm-hmm.
and put that in there.
Some
So,
recon next time.
because that just brings you people back. That's just, to me, there's your frequency,
Yep.
right? So anyway, I've been putting it out there. It hasn't happened yet. We're putting it out there again this year. I got it putting it out there.
I'm definitely not the biggest clothing person, if that's not obvious enough. So I don't know how much I can help with clothing line.
Stop that.
I'm getting there. I've always had the big retails, and it's always been different kind of retail. I've never really had a whole lot of clothing retail, so it's new. I feel like I'm getting better, and I want to be the best that I can in business. So I definitely know I need help. Definitely could use the help.
Well, I didn't. Did I give you guys this yet?
No.
So what I want you guys to do, and I'm gonna get you spare copies. Shoot, I didn't. These don't have a hole in them. I think I ran. Oh, you might have it. Shoot, some had holes because I ran out of whole paper in the back of the other office. I was working in the back of the office yesterday. I'll give you the ones with the hole. Okay, so in here, I'm gonna give you. There's one for you. I'll give you that one with holes in it because I can punch holes for these guys. Let's see. Give you.
If there's one in the holes, I got plenty of portfolio here. I can just stuff it in.
I thought I had another one. Where the heck is it? Here, I think this is it. Here we go. I'll put this down with
for
Lisa.
Lisa.
No, you take that one because it's got holes. I was gonna say I can punch holes for her. So anyway, so this sheet actually, Alyssa is redoing for us so that it'll be easy to put each employee can put their name, the date, and do their little average sales. But this is
Yeah,
going
it's
to
gonna
be
be different than.
So instead of us filling it out for us tracking,
right,
it's a store tracker.
because we basically have done most of the year one person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, and hopefully it'll motivate people to see, oh my God, look at how high a ticket he's got. It can be done in here. That's what I'm hoping too.
A lot of people like a lot of friendly competition.
It's exactly there. So this way I figure then you're going to see too, if you see someone always has only $20 average ticket a day, right?
Okay,
I have
what are
about
they doing?
$20 average right now.
Well, and it is, and I'm going to be honest, it
Yeah, a lot of
changes
our card
for us
people,
because I kind of had that conversation at our meeting because we had a whole average ticket thing and we were crunching numbers and doing stuff, and and what it can do for you, just paying attention to that by getting off and people going in the wrong direction or whatever, and and that's what I feel like because I see how high like Milford's jumps to in Christmas time. I was like, holy crap, they're beating everybody. I was like, so I know we do vary depending on the time. Like right now we're clearancing out, so our average ticket's going to be down.
Yeah.
And then how do we make up? We got to get more frequency in then, right? Or whatever. So you've got always those variables to play with. So we're going to have a new form on this. This
Or
is what.
like if you sold them 2 sale pieces, but you sold them 3. You know what
Right,
I mean? Like
exactly.
there's only so many things that are within your control, but that's
Yeah.
something that's
But it was
totally...
letting them know other things. If you already see
Right.
that, I don't want to call them bottom feeders, but they're looking for a deal, and then you want to show them every deal.
Oh yeah.
And that's what people I think have got to get in that mindset, not just letting them think the sign. You want to keep going. If you see that they're liking stuff, because I had a lady in there yesterday, and she was at the counter, but she ended up taking. I'll take all 3. Right? Because one was only 20% off. It was Escape, and then one wasn't on sale, but it was USA. It was only $37.99. I said it's only $37.99. It's cheaper than these other. That's what I was
You people who don't care, they just throw everything over the counter and they give people
Yep.
nitpick.
I had like 4 bags yesterday. 4 bags. It was 4 big bags, including her stuff the bag. I let her overstuff. Okay, these are what I want you guys looking at and evaluating, and then we're going to look at them with you after. But you guys need to do your walkthrough and look, because it makes you sit back and look at the whole store, the manager's weekly walkthrough. Okay, so I'll get you some blank ones and everything on here, but it's pretty self-explanatory. It may be hard right now because we don't have like this people in without you working and doing our employees helping customers, but it's just keeping you on task there. Is the weekly goal sheet updated? Okay. Now you guys are comfortable with the weekly goal sheet because I did get some that were crazy. If get on it if you don't know, because how you need to be on. The thing isn't just doing that. I guess the biggest thing for you guys, I don't want you to think is we have people who are good task people, just like to check all things, but it's the whole bigger picture. Like why are we doing it? How much am I off, and what can we do to make up? You know what? We're down 2,000. I don't want to go any further. How am I going to stop the bleeding? Right? How am I going to fix this? What can we do? And then that's what you get with us, because then we can start coming up with some game plans to do it. You know, maybe it's an extra email out to give us, or maybe it's a rainy day. Maybe we come up with a rainy day special. I don't know. And that's another thing. If we can nail rainy days, how can we get people in? That still has been on my list. You know what I mean? I know. I just need to serve pina coladas in rainy days, right? We drinking pina coladas in the rain. We got to get. But anyway, so, but it is. So it's looking at those. It's looking at those sales goals, okay, and looking at those goal sheets. It's using the information in front of you. Okay, that's the big thing. Because I see some people, sometimes they're like $400. They probably didn't even realize it. They just wait until the end of the day and the last day of the month, you know, $400 short of goal. But I feel like that's why if we do the bonus incentives, it's going to be a big difference on that too, right? Or then people will be more vested in getting people in, or other ways to do stuff, or promoting the events.
Do you have a card for this
For who?
lock guy?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Trophies, Alyssa speaking. Hey. Good, how are you? Okay, great.
There's a heck there, no? This one?
Sure.
Oh, what do I have?
Just a minute.
What did I do with my? Wait a minute. I'm looking for. I'm missing one of my cards. No, here it is. It's back here.
Oh.
So, okay, we're almost done. We have a lot of people in. Is that what?
Got a couple people.
Yeah, so I'm actually gonna
Five or
have you
six.
put our billing address.
I know we have got to come up with a first quarter winter game plan better. Don't you agree? And not just sales stuff. I was trying to come up. We
No,
got to
no
think.
doubt.
So we got to think of some big events. But we've had a tough winter so far. It's been normal. Maybe it is old normal that we haven't had for a long time. So anyway, but your goal sheets. Be looking at those. Are your sales okay? Being coached. Did the store complete all the paperwork on time? So over short. Okay, was the store less than 5% over short? So I was going to say, so I'm just trying to figure, how do you guys know what's going on with the people when you're not there? We'll have to figure out how we're going to be able to give you that information so you have it. Because I don't necessarily have to take every opening closing if you guys are going to be on top of opening closings, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they did what you wanted to do. But you guys see, I want you guys thinking, how can I make my life easier that you don't feel like taking a day off sets you back tenfold? You know, you got to have people that are going to be saying, playing this. Because we had it so good when I first started. People could have every other weekend even off. We had people that were that level and equal. And I don't know how to get, like, we had such a system going that you know, you were on for the weekend, then if you were off for the weekend, you worked Monday. And we had a set rotate. We had it such a good system. And I feel like it's so frustrating. I had like 8 years maybe. I never had to worry about scheduling. I didn't have to do it. Everybody did their own. We had such good people, players that it just didn't, you know, it worked. And we were growing in leaps and bounds.
One day, when this Lisa's here, I'm like I'm leaving like detail list. I'm like, please don't touch it.
But that's what we don't need, because I know I hate when you come back and it's more work than you needed to do. I know,
Yeah,
and we can't have that. And so for now, you guys have who we have on the team. You've got to give good direction
Yes.
and see, are they going to be able to pick it up and be where you need it to be or not? Because that is the hard thing.
It was
you know?
crazy coming back after my 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Oh my god.
I mean, luckily Lisa was here most of the time I was gone, so I was like, okay, the store looks great. I walked in, I'm like, it looks totally different. This
can't-
looks great.
I came in and nothing was changed. I had to literally rip 8 displays down.
Oh no! And if
just
Jim wasn't in
everything.
filling in the mornings for us and doing, I know it's exactly no.
I had to rip
I
all
got lucky
Christmas
Lisa
down.
was here while I was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That saved this store.
So, are the windows clean and attractive? Do they contain no clearance merchandise unless approved? Carpet switch, but all this kind of stuff that you guys got to go through, and now you get points. You guys know that the total number of points is 29, and you want to rate yourself from where you're at.
Okay.
I'm at about 4.
Okay, but we want.
I'm at about a 4.
Well, I'm gonna need you to be above a 4.
Well, I was talking about how I look.
But these are all good things to sit back and look at. Is there no empty you know, and going out front, because you guys come. Well, you don't come in you come in the front. But I was cringing around looking at some of the outside of these windows and what it looks like to the people outside. You know what I mean? So, but it makes you step back, because sometimes we become oblivious. Like, oh God, there's a
Especially
bee's
with
nest up there.
windows
There's
over
I got
here,
all
yeah.
this like a hornet's nest. I mean, you know, we have to sit back and look at all that kind of stuff. You know, and it's funny because I was doing that down in Savannah a lot, because I was like, oh my God, this is a hazard. Oh my God. I'm gonna kill myself here. Oh no, but this is this is a good thing. So if you get into this, you're gonna sit back and look at your store, okay, on that. So you've got that. Then in
But the
here,
more honest you are with
Yourself.
yourself is the only way you're gonna help yourself.
thank you. That's very good.
I mean,
No, it
It's
is.
the truth.
And then in here, I gave you part of the retail mastery system.
Whoa.
So now,
Real quick before we jump onto that, I mean, I know of course we have us three here, but wouldn't it make more sense to have probably one of us do it for another?
Oh no, we
person?
are. That's what I'm doing.
Because
All the other stories that are. Oh,
Well,
yes.
I mean, like for us to help each other, like walk around, like see what we think looks different.
So Misha
because
will be
you
walking
might,
yours.
yeah.
And I'll be walking Blooming Boutiques.
Just like I said, just the idea of thinking like maybe you might become blind to something. Like, okay, well, I think that looks good, but then you walk in, you're like, what the heck is this?
Right.
You
And
know?
we get to that. I was going to say we can have other people even go, but we need. I'm just
like-
trying to get people looking overall
Yeah.
picture right
You know,
now.
like peer reviewing, peer,
But
peer
and then
checking over.
and then even now, because you guys, if you guys want to hire the team people, this is why we got to get so cleaned up and organized. Because if you're looking at some of the stuff, you're going to thinking, oh my god, especially for part-time help, that's overload for them. Back rooms,
Yeah.
cash wrap area, all that kind of stuff. So that's the other thing. It's the first appearance for people.
Oh yeah.
So that's why January was cleanup month.
Yeah.
And now it's February too. But that's what I was going to say. So in here, and this is what you guys, this is going to help you with all the little lingo in the words like SVPH, sales volume per hour and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I'm going to make up we're going to have a scorecard so you guys are going to be able to keep track. Who's coming through the store? How many new rewards people? How many people, have finished and how many, because don't you want to know how many people are getting your fifth Saturday bags? Right? So think about the information you would want to know with your store to help you meet your goals. What do you guys want to know? Because that's what we want to base it on, because we want to do it so that you're going to teach your people and so forth. Because don't you're going to want to know how many transactions you're going to want them to, and maybe it's a form that we just leave in the store. Like how many transactions they had on your day off. How many new people did they get signed up on the rewards program, right? Because if you see it's always zero, then you know where your problem is, right? So
And especially if you guys are able to talk to each other and be like, you'd be like, hey Hunter, like yesterday I was off, this is what happened. Were you, was it actually busy? Was it not busy?
Okay.
Because that'll tell you a lot too, communicating to see, because maybe it was just a dead day and nobody's seen anybody. Well, then in my case, your store should look pretty much beautiful. Nothing, no trash. I mean, it should look phenomenal.
Or you see, or the biggest thing is you see they had 24
difference.
people and no people in the rewards program, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Did they ask the people, or do they need some coaching on it, or where do they need help? So it just gives you the facts that you need also to help people and do that. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? So it makes us get through the gap and the gain, and I'll tell you, we're going to start calling you on your gaps and your gains. But it is, what? It makes you always happy. I'm telling you, if you really get into the gap and the gain, you're going to see life in a different way. You know what I mean? Because it does no good moaning, groaning, and it does no good whining, crying. And do we all get there? Absolutely. We all have those moments. But it's a lot better to be a lot more in the gain than it is to be in the gap. And you'll enjoy life a lot more, and you'll get ahead a lot more. So you've got that, and you've got your manager's weekly walkthrough, and staying on top of your February goals. How was your guys' week? I haven't seen any figures or anything. I'm still going to home and get deposits done for a week, and I didn't touch. How was?
There was a couple days it was okay,
But that's what I
it
want
was
you guys
pretty-
thinking about. We got to think about it, and maybe we run a freaking contest. Like people come in and they enter in and tell us how much snow is going to fall. I mean, I don't even know. Come up with something that's a big winner. If it's a big whatever, we got to think of ways to draw people in on these first quarter. It's our first quarter. For years I wrote off having the virtual festival, having the Troll Beats festival in March, so I could get it in for the first quarter, so my gross receipts weren't so bad. And but now I don't have that because it's virtual. So how do I get because we were doing a lot more money at Blooming Boutique on Second Street because we had those events, and that's like losing $300,000 a year off the sales for that store, So that's why I'm working. We do a lot at the festivals, and then even when we do the festivals, how do we capitalize more to get more people in our stores shopping with us? All these people that pay big money, how do you? But I think we can do a better job for first quarter. I just don't know what it is. If we can nail this buying down better, can we buy to have a crazy clearance sale that just draws these crazy people out in the middle of the January? You know what I mean? Because that's kind of where my gut is. My gut was always to be able to buy, like at this markdown show I'm headed to in Vegas, that we could have a stuff the bag program in January that we make, money off of it instead of it's stuff we want to get rid of. Right. I mean, that's why I'm saying to me, there's always a solution. What is the smartest thing? Or is it just I don't know. But anyway, any questions whatsoever? What are you doing the rest of the day? Playing with the dog?
I'm working today.
Oh, you're working today? I didn't know if you're working.
I'm off. I'm
Oh.
going home finishing that test, and then I have to get paperwork ready for court.
Yeah, usually I'm off Mondays, but I'm off Wednesday this week.
Oh.
So.
Okay. Well, I'm in Vegas. Shoot. Saturday I fly to Vegas.
Leave the
I start Saturday
leave the
morning.
purse in the car.
Actually, I've got a craps game. I got a craps class I'm going to because I haven't played craps so long. My friends are all. I'm meeting friends from I'm meeting friends that got boutiques in Canada and stuff like that. I mean, I got a bunch of people I'm meeting out there. But anyway, for that, I get in late. So I'm going to the markdown show, and then I'm going to be mostly buying next Christmas clothing, next year's clothing. So, or the end of the year.